What's good, everyone? World Combat Sports back at you. Bellator 253 in the building. Let me hurry up and get to this stream because, to be honest, the fight card started and I really wanted to cover Baby Slice is on, the son of Kimbo Slice. So let me my fault, I didn't mean to screen share that. I'm trying to get a copyright strike again. But this is what's gonna go on. This is what's going on, man. I'm gonna do live commentary. And you know what? I might show a couple of fights, but you know what? You can catch the prelims on YouTube. It's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that's in the building, mixed martial arts fan, drop your comments on the fight that's on deck. I have placed the entire fight card from the prelims to the main event. So it's we're 2/3 the way through in a 3-round fight. We have Baby Slice versus Murray. Just a little bit of backstory. When Baby Slice started, he's come a long way, man. Much better mixed martial artist than his father, who kind of picked it up on the back end of his combat, entry, because he's a street fighter turned mixed martial artist and even did boxing. His son, of course, took the route, trained in a gym, started off the right way. And he's at a point right now where he's still trying to establish his name. Everybody know him, Baby Slice, of course, from his father. They look alike. Except Baby Slice is much smaller than his father was. But either way it goes, man, he's a pretty decent practitioner. Right now, you have 355 remaining. Inside leg kick by Baby Slice. Decent movement by both fighters. Oh, Baby Slice got a little complacent on that inside leg kick, and Murray was able to get in on a single and take him down. Fairly easy, too. So Baby Slice is, on the bottom with the closed guard. He opens it up. Murray trying to land some solid elbows from the top position. Right now, from what I see with Baby Slice, he's not trying to control the posturing of Murray that's on top. Now he does. Now he's doing it. But he's not being consistent with it. Trying to switch the hips out. He goes back to posture control right now. Another elbow from Murray that's on top. 250 remaining in the second round. Nice. Slice exits. Base frames up and make it back to his feet. Good job, man. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Show the wrinkles in your game, Slice. Murray's pressing forward with some shots. There's some looping wide punches, but he has Baby Slice up against the cage, though. 220 remaining. He landed 2 good shots right there. Slice is going to have to find out how to slow this guy down. Attempted flying knee by Murray. Slice just stood there on center. Now he X's out to the center of the cage. Murray's getting off. He's having pretty good success with Slice, man. Slice is kind of gun shy right now. He's not throwing back or returning. 1:50 remaining in the second round of a 3-round fight. This is Mixed Martial Arts Bellator 253, people. Tune in and drop your comments. You know what it is. World Combat Sports, boxing, MMA, and everything else. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if I'm going to be on here the entire time, but I'm going to be on here most of the time. Baby Slice definitely I'm gonna just call him Slice. Call him a grown man baby. Slice attempts a wide looping right hand, misses badly. Murray makes him pay for it. Oh, he hits Slice with a left hand. Slice is in trouble. He goes in for the single to stop the barrage of punches. Murray sprawls out on him. Stuff to take down so far. Murray up against the cage. Slice still trying to posture up. Both are in the clinch. Slice is looking the worse for wear right now. You know, he got to find out. He got to gather himself, man. Stop with the looping punches. You know, use your footwork. There you go. Go back to the inside leg kick, which he does. Murray's having pretty good success with 40 seconds remaining in the fight. Another right hand by Slice misses. He's just out of range. He has to throw some feints with that. Set it up with something. Leg kick, jab, something. Look at the fluidity in Murray. Murray's moving around like he knows. He's dancing. He's comfortable. He's giving a head feint, leg feints, all that. I like what I'm seeing with Murray. He's looking real good in here against Slice. Slice clearly lost that round. Clearly. He has to do something different. He clearly lost that round. Period. Oh, nice feint, man. Murray fainted himself in to get closer. Landed the inside leg kick. Knocked Slice off balance. Very smart, man. He pulled out the reaction that he want, and then he went to work. That's good stuff right there. And his inside leg kick wasn't even, on the lower calf area. It was up near the thigh, and he still was able to knock him off balance. It wasn't even that hard of a kick. Smart entry, though. Smart. For those of you that's tuned in, this is Bellator 253. We have a big card on deck. We have Slice versus Murray in the third and final round. Each round is 5 minutes apiece. Slice comes out, popping the jab. I like the movement of Murray. You know, Slice is flat-footed. Murray is dancing around on the ball of his feet. Has more, coordination, fluent. He's comfortable. He's in rhythm. And he knows once he popped that jab out there, Slice is going to try to land that right hand. Slice needs to mix it up. His jab is absent right now. AWOL. Outside leg kick by Murray. Has mustard on it. Both fighters a little bit sloppy in their own right, but Murray having the better success. To be honest with you, he has more success. Slice with the high kick. Slice giving Murray a lot of respect. He's giving him a lot of respect standing on the outside. I like how he's turning out, though. I like how Slice is turning out to Murray's right. Even though people would say you're not trying, you don't supposed to turn into their power hand. You know what I'm saying? Murray sends that right hand down, barely misses the mark on Slice. 3:35 remaining. Inside leg kick by Murray. Slice is just on the outside moving around, man, circling his opponent. Now he pops the jab out there, but he needs to get closer. He needs to chop away at that distance a bit and pop that jab out there with some commitment. Outside leg kick by Slice. He may respect this guy wrestling a lot. So that's why he's not willing to commit the way he should. And I'm talking about Slice. I like how Murray's cutting off the cage. 2:55 remaining. Both fighters really haven't did anything so far. Outside leg kick by Murray lands. Slice is just optimistic about closing distance and getting in and committing to those leg kicks or punches. He's a shorter fighter. You know, of course, he has a disadvantage with the range, but he needs to get in closer so he can be respected a bit more. You're not going to get that respect from landing air shots. Murray closes in, loads up on the right hand. Slice sends a left high kick. 2 minutes remaining. Slice is on the bicycle. Jogs out and resets in the center of the cage. Murray's not doing too much either. Slice is just outside of range. He need to get in range. Minute 40 remaining. You have fights like this sometime. Murray jumps in. He has success, lands a 1-2 combination. I don't know why he backed out. Slice did not give him anything in return. No counter shots or nothing for him to back out and reset. He needs to do more of that. 1:10 remaining in the fight. Right hand misses the mark for Murray, who's fighting out of the orthodox stand right now. Nice body kick by Murray, lands. Slice is on the defense right now. He's very cautious. He's on the defense. He needs to do something. 45 seconds remaining. I'm assuming that Slice is behind in this fight after the way the second round went. Murray is the aggressor. Slice sends that winging right hand, misses the mark. Constant pressure by Murray. 25 seconds coming up in the fight. Outside leg kick by Murray lands. 15 seconds remaining. Who would take it? Outside leg kick by Slice. What we looking at? What we looking at? What we looking at? Right hand sent down. Murray jumps in, lands 1-2 combination. Oh, he has Slice hurt. Slice hurt. He lands some hard shots. The fight is over. Slice is going to take a loss on this one. Seriously. He's going to take a loss on this. Absolutely. I don't know if he was, his cardio wasn't there or what. I could have sworn I seen Slice perform much better than this. I just don't know whether I can't put my finger on it. I definitely can't put a glove on it because, okay, he was taken down. They're showing him being taken down. They're showing the harder punches landed by Murray. If Murray didn't press the issue, he would have been waiting on Slice to do something. It would have been a very boring fight. I mean, it was that way right now, but it was good that Murray did enough to press the pace so he can get the nod right now because he did enough, in my opinion, to get the nod. What we talking about? What we talking about? Let's get this decision out the way. So it's probably going to be Murray easy. There's no disputing that. It's going to be Murray. So, so this is the second fight on the prelims. If we're going in order, it's supposed to be J.J. Wilson up next against Sergio Bari. Featherweights. Featherweights is contending at 145. And then we have Jaleel Willis versus Lemminger. Welterweights contending at 170 pounds. And Jeremy Kennedy versus Matt Bessette. Featherweights, once again, that is contended at 145 pounds. So the good thing about it is, Baby Slice can go back and he can kind of touch up some areas. I'm not sure if he had an injury or cardio, whatever the case. So Baby Slice, from what I'm understanding, he took the fight in 2 weeks' notice, which, you know what? It all depends. We just seen Paul Felder take the fight on 5 days' notice. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on if you active in the gym, training and so forth. Paul Felder was able to do what he did. He lost, but still he was able to go in there. They're showing Jason Jackson, Benson Henderson face off. That's going to be a good fight. Benson Henderson's on a 3-fight losing streak right now, but let's pump the brakes. 2 of those is grappling. And one, of course, is coming off a first-round stoppage from Michael Chandler, y'all. He's coming off a first-round stoppage to Michael Chandler. So I say this to say that. That fight was in August. He got a first-round knockout stoppage. That's how mixed martial arts differ from boxing. Seriously. This guy is back on the main card fighting, and he was just stopped in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So you take a little, just outside 3 months, and he's back in. I'm telling you, the training camp couldn't have, you just coming off a freaking stoppage. The training camp couldn't have been, you know what I'm saying, that thorough, knowing that you facing this guy right here and Jason Jackson. Let me see if he got what he got to say. This guy is long. He might be a problem for Benson Henderson. He got some reach on him. Good takedowns, man. Ooh. And Jason is talking about Benson getting knocked out. I don't know why Benson is taking this fight after being knocked out in August. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little bit early for him to be stepping back in here after being knocked out. Seriously. Especially with a guy like Jackson. He should have just took some time off. Now, Benson Henderson is, making me question, like, are you desperate? What's going on? Are you trying to, open a gym? Do you really need the money? I mean, I'm not sure why you are taking this fight, a dangerous fight at that, against this guy. I have no idea. And you're just coming off a first round, not a second round, not a third round, not a split decision, not a majority decision, not a UD. You're coming off a first round KO. The next fighter is JJ Wilson, who is 6-0. Going in against Sergio Bari, is 5-1. It's showing the highlights from JJ. And no, this is not JJ from Good Times. It's absolutely another JJ. You know what I'm saying? Dynamite. So JJ is 23 and his opponent, Bari, is 33. 5'11 for JJ, 5'8 for Bari. 74 inches for JJ, 70 inches for Bari. So therefore, that not too much of a disadvantage. The records are somewhat similar, 6-0 versus 5-1. 6-0 for JJ, 5-1 for Bari. I don't know if this fight is going the distance. I'm getting a little vibe that this fight may not go the distance. I just got that vibe. I just got that vibe a little bit that this fight may not go the distance, people. Come on, chat it up with me. Let's go. MMA fans, where you at, mixed martial arts? Don't just look at the thumbnail and say, hey, I thought he talked boxing. I don't know any names on there. I'm going to break it down as much as I possibly can without getting too technical. You know what I'm saying? This is not a gym. This is just media. I'm going to break it down as much as I possibly can on what I'm watching. Being announced is JJ right now. Todd Anderson is the third man in the ring. Some tells me this is going to be a quick one. I'm just getting that vibe. Feel the vibration. Come on, come on, come on. It's a good vibration. Wilson versus Bari. Wilson versus Bari. Well, I tell you, JJ hurts him. Out. It's over, people. What did I tell you? What did I say? I told you this it gives me the vibe of mannerisms, behavior, and what I know about the fight. I just don't think it was going the distance. JJ Wilson lands a right hand. Down goes the Bari. The Bari could not handle the barrage of incoming, and the referee stepped in before the Bari took any more crucial. Look at his right hand. Boom! Right on the damn jawline. Lands another right hand. Various amount of punches. Like 6 punches, man. The referee was a little slow, to be honest. The referee's just a little slow. He landed that right hand. The Bari drops immediately. He's not defending himself. None of that. Now, just a little EDU. If the Bari would have dropped like that and put his hands up and defended himself, the referee wouldn't have came in for intervention as quickly. He would say, okay, he's defending himself. He's good. But he was clocked with another right hand quickly, and his head started bouncing off the cage, and the referee said, no, the fight is over. Yep. That was a quick one, people. It happens like that in combat sports sometimes, especially with 4-ounce gloves when it's dealing with mixed martial arts. Real talk. I don't know if y'all seen the BKFC that was on recently. I think it was BKFC 14. Ulysses Diaz. He scored a 3-second knockout, people. A 3-second knockout. Ulysses Diaz scored a 3-second knockout. The referee said, toe the line. They toed the line. Knuckle up. Pop! His opponent went down. The referee stepped in because his opponent was stiff. You might as well, he reminded you of an old ironing board. His opponent was stiff. And the referee said, nope, the fight is off, done. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Now, when you talk about BKFC, that's boxing, y'all. You know how difficult it is to get a 3-second knockout? But with bare knuckles, you are absent of any type of protection or cushion over your hands. The wraps are supposed to be an inch within the knuckle properties. So when that punch lands, you get knuckles. Yes, you're getting a bouquet of knuckles. And that's exactly what happened. And the referee called it at 3 seconds, man. And another thing, right? And another thing how that can happen is in boxing, the fighter's supposed to start in their corners, before the fight. The referee makes sure they're ample distance apart. in BKFC, you know, you can pretty much say, okay, if you're going to stand that close with the fighters are that close to say knuckle up, they have a shorter distance to close down on their opponent to land a hard shot and get a 3-second knockout. That's just a fact, man. That's just some EDU for those of you out there. I cover bare knuckle fighting too, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're looking at. That was a crushing knockout by J.J. Wilson. Crucial knockout. It had to be under 10 seconds. I think potentially, I'm not listening to the audio. I think it had to be under 10 seconds. Some other notable knockouts. I know at one point in time, Zolani Tete, he had an 11-second knockout, which was considered, you know, unbelievable. You know? You know, in mixed martial arts, we got Jorge Masvidal, 5-second knockout, or Ben Askren. We got knockouts everywhere, man. It's been, you know, short. Seriously. It's knockouts everywhere. So J.J. Wilson KO Sergio de Bari. Next is Jaleel Wilson versus Mark Lemminger. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. In the meanwhile, people, I will talk about certain topics, you know, cross-threading or whatever. But dealing with mixed martial arts in general, just some info for you all. The fight that's coming up between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. I was able to you know, get the information on some of the names that's going to be calling the fight. And we're going to have sitting sideline the one and only Hall of Fame himself, Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard is going to be in the building. A name that kind of shocked me to be ringside, but he should do fairly decent, is the current reigning defending middleweight UFC world champion Israel Adesanya. He's going to be doing commentating ringside. And the one and only man himself, Hall of Famer Al Bernstein. So those are going to be the faces that you will see ringside for the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. exhibition bout that's coming up really soon. Next, I mean, you're going to have Michael Buffer with his patented, you know, I don't want to get sued. So, you know what I'm saying? You know the man, Michael Buffer. All right. Who else is going to be? I think, who else is going to be over there? That's a notable name. I know they said that Jim Gray were going to do the pre-fight and the post-fight interviews. All right. So Jim Gray, Hall of Famer, he's going to do the pre-fight and post-fight interviews, you know. So keep an eye out for that. And I forgot the referee's name that's going to be in there. But if you haven't watched the fight card, I would just give you the co-main event. It's going to be Jake Paul against Nate Robinson. Yes, the Nate Robinson that won the slam dunk contest. Yes, that Nate Robinson right there. He's going to be fighting Jake Paul. Jake Paul, they went in there against KSI. And they receive a healthy paycheck. Unfreaking believable. Some fighters wasn't able to get a paycheck like that. And they've been competing in the sport since amateurs. But YouTube sensations, KSI and Jake Paul was able to go and fight on the zone, y'all, and get paid fairly well. You know what I'm saying? And then I believe Logan Paul, his little brother Jake Paul, Logan Paul is going to be fighting on this co-main. My mistake. Jake Paul went in there against KSI, I believe, and lost. So now we have Nate Robinson going in there to fight Logan Paul. And, you know, if you know anything about Nate Robinson, he's one of the most gifted athletes in the sport, being considered his height and reach. I wonder, can he get on the inside and make it a dirty fight? I know from seeing Logan Paul fight before, his cardio was pretty suspect. Like, you know, he has suspect cardio. The bags are in question. The amount of oxygen is in question. I really hope that he's been able to fix the pinholes that was puncturing his lungs, because, you know, when Logan Paul freaking get tired, he's exhausted. But, you know, he put out a YouTube video of him knocking out some Target freaking parking lot employees that's out there, the corral, the baskets, the shopping carts and all that. Yeah, it seemed like he lined them up outside to my, hey, dude, check this out, man. I'll make a video. I know you're used to pushing carts, but check this out. I'll pay you $17 a round if you last, okay? But look, I'll pay you even more. I'll pay you $22 if you allow me to get that knockout. All right? So what you say? Okay. So he had like 10 Target workers lined up, you know, for sparring, and they was just going in there getting knocked out. You know, they was just going in there getting knocked out, man. He probably gave them some headgear, you know, from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys was going in here looking like they never even threw a punch in a dream. You know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, the motherfucking real life shit. But he was in there landing all those hard punches. They wasn't even moving around. I mean, it was nothing that you can consider like, I respect what Jake Paul is doing. That shit was a joke. Jaleel Willis, 13-2. Mark Lemminger, 11-2. Age 27 for Lemminger, Willis 28. The height pretty much the same, 6'1" for Lemminger, 5'11". We have the next fight on deck. The prelims are flying by. Shout out to Campbell. It's in the live chat. Kennedy has not went yet, man. The next fight is on deck. Let's see what we're working with. I hope it was better than a slice fight. Anything could be better than that. Size difference already from what I see. Let's see if he's a little bit quicker, though. He has a better footwork. We have Willis with the red gloves and Lemminger in the blue. Lemminger looks big for this weight class. He's only 6'1" in height for 5'11". But man, I like what I'm seeing already from Willis. Oh, flying knee by Willis. Lemminger catches it. He tried for the single, but good defense, good base by Willis. He sent the flying knee, man. It touched him up, but Lemminger was able to catch it. I thought he was getting the takedown. Oh, man, we haven't seen a Superman punch in a minute. I remember when that shit used to be popular off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Good fight so far. I like the pace. Neither fighter is doing much, just posturing, feinting, left hand by Willis. Oh man, solid left lands for Willis, button up with the right. Like it. Got some speed, man. Willis got some speed. Lemminger's gonna have to then keep his hands up and not just be there waiting. You know, he look a little flat-footed right now. The good thing about mixed martial arts, you can switch stances on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Nice defense. Okay. So if you're just seeing what happened, Willis sent the right hand. It was blocked by the left hand of Lemminger. So Willis sent it again while he was still in close. Smart. Two-punch combination land by Willis. Uppercut sent by Lemminger. Lemminger is the slower of the fighters, but he's still in there contending. Hard punches landed by both. Oh, switch stands by Willis, man. Sends the right. I like that. Switch stands at the last minute, man, and popped him with the right. It looked like Willis was going to do a switch kick, but he, instead of using his feet, he used his hands. He's really mixing it up. I like it. He's mixing it up right now. Lemminger is just too slow right now on his delivery. He still had time to get better. 215. He still has time. It's only the first round. First uppercut, you know. Oh, Willis lands a hard overhand right after trying to land that uppercut. Lemminger comes in, doubling up on the jab. Willis reset, pivot out, reset. Fighters in the middle of the cage. Nice pace. Nice defense by Lemminger to block that right hand. Willis is going to have to try something new. Lemminger is already on to that right hand. So, okay. So Willis tries the uppercuts to the looping right hand on the outside. He shoots the right uppercut. Lemminger is showing that he has a pretty decent chin strap so far. So he's pushing the pace. He's taking some hard punches so far. But let's see if the pace breaks down Willis as the fight go along. Willis is landing some hard shots, man. I'm not sure. Lemminger is showing a damn good poker face right now. Some of these shots has been lighting his ass up. Left hand. Straight left hand. That's the best punch Lemminger had all fight. Straight like that. Oh, another straight left hand lands. Oh, Willis is up against the cage. He ducks under. It seems like he got the body lock. Let's see if he's able to get the takedown with 30 seconds left. Lemminger's a big boy. I don't think it's going to happen. But he pushing up against the cage. Lemminger just looked like a fighter in a different weight class when they clinch. Oh, he tried to damn land that elbow on the inside, man. Good defense by Lemminger. That's what you do on the exit, man. Send that elbow. Shit. Ring the doorbell. Bing! Bing! Good round, man. Good round by both fighters. Good round. Solid. Bellator 253 in the building. Bellator 253 in the building. World Combat Sports. This is Bellator 253. Caldwell and Mckee will be the main event. And that's going to be fire, y'all. It's going to be fire. It's absolutely going to be fire. So, You know what? I'm gonna look at this on the zone. Much better clarity. Much better clarity. I'll close that out. Much better clarity over here. So we're in the second round. Willis still holding in there. Lemminger, pretty good defense. Lemminger landing some hard shots, man. Another right hand. He froze up Lemminger right there. Lemminger standing in the pocket. He said, okay, I can take it. I can take it. They're trading blows big time. Lemminger come in with a soft kick, but he's able to work for the front choke. It seems like he has a partial guillotine right now in the front choke. Let's see how Willis handle it. Will he go? Will he pull? Let's see what he's working with. Willis seemed to be doing fairly well. Okay, he should be good because it seems okay. He worked for a better position. The choke doesn't seem that tight. Okay, go for the guillotine. Let's see what happened. You know, he was able to hold a choke. So he's in side control right now, Lemminger. Let's see what he does with it. Try to pass the guard, ill-advised. He didn't set it up right. He takes the back. He having some success. He's bleeding a little bit. Quarterback control. Now he has both hooks in. Let's see what he has to do with it. He runs across. He's landing punches, soften them up. You know, right hand after right hand. These are scoring. They're doing damage. In the open guard. So what Willis need to do is pick a time to explode and potentially turn into freaking Lemminger and maintain top positions. 2 minutes left in the round. So he has time, but he has to make sure he do it at the right time. So it's not like Lemminger has a body lock on him or anything. Lemminger working for the choke. Right now, Willis has a 2-on-1, which is, you know, that's protocol. You know what I'm saying? He's protecting that neck. Once they run that hand across, you definitely want to protect that at all measures. You know, you might think you can do it with one. It depends on who you on the ground with. Right now, Willis is doing pretty decent. He got a minute 15 in the third, in the second round. So he's gonna have to pick a time to explode. You know, close guard now. You know, close. You got the hooks in. Really, nothing is keeping, you know, Willis stationary. I mean, except trying to fight the choke right now. Uh-oh, he seems like he has it. He's just working from left to right, side to side, running both hands in there for the choke. Willis is defending pretty good right now. This is a lot of energy being used right here. A lot. Especially from Willis. 20 seconds remaining in the second. I'm surprised Willis haven't attempted to turn into him yet. The round is about to end, and that should be it. Willis look exhausted. Let me see how it all set up. Nice straight left. Pop the head back of Lemminger. Another left hand pop. Lined him up real nice. Popped the mouthpiece out. But once they was up against the cage, you know, Wilson started letting his hands go, man. Some of those shots was blocked and some definitely landed. But Lemminger give it up. You know, he stood in there. Look, both his eyes are swelled up from the lack of defense from blocking punches with his face. You know what I'm saying? Both his eyes are puffy, you know. So this is, luckily this is a third round fight. The 3-round fight. They're in the third round coming up. So I think we might be 1-1. I'm not sure. But man, both his eyes are looking the worse for wear. Let's see if Willis is able to go right back to it without being taken down. Both fighters are slow coming out, man. You know, it's the third round. They know it's a crucial round for both of them. Willis with the right hand, the short right hand that lands off the nose of Lemminger. .415 remaining. Both fighters seem like they're trying to save it all for the last 2 minutes. Not much action. Hard left hand lands from Willis right when I say that. Pretty decent fight, man. The pace isn't bad at all. Man, Lemminger lands a straight left hand, and then, you know, the counter is a right kick to the body by Willis. Both fighters land their own body kicks. Blistering left hand lands by Willis. His boxing, man, I can appreciate his boxing. He got some damn good boxing. Oh, I thought Lemminger might have called him right there, but it was just a slip. These fighters are in there competing with no shoes on. So, of course, they, you know, it may come a time where they slip on the sponsorship that's on the canvas. Who knows? Three minutes remaining. This round is not as contact orientated as we've seen in the other 2 rounds. 2:55 remaining in the fight. Oh, Willis does a step in reverse elbow. He's thinking in there. He's thinking. He's digging in the repertoire. Outside kick by Lemminger. Come on now. Somebody take control. Somebody take control. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Both fighters are hesitant to pull out the TNT. It's a close fight so far, to be honest. It's a close fight. Even in this last round, it's a close fight. If you're going off looks, I'll say Wilson. You know, Wilson's has basically did the most damage. That's because Lemminger has no sense of defense, and he loves the feel of gloves coming off his freaking jawbone. He did have a little bit of defense early on in the fight with his left hand. That was only because Willis kept on sending the right hand the same way every time. So it was easy for Lemminger to block it with his left. But right kick to the body by Willis. A minute remaining, people. A minute remaining. Okay. Lemminger closes in. Looked like he was trying to go for the takedown. Nice movement to get out of there. Exit out by Willis. Oh, hard body kick by Willis lands on Lemminger. Nice. Oh, straight right hand. Just like that. Another right hand bounces off the dang forehead of Lemminger. Lemminger is really going to look different tomorrow. Somebody get the ice. Both of his eyes are swelled up. Teach this man some defense. He cannot block shots with his face like this every fight. Willis is teeing off on him. Teeing off. Willis took this fight. Willis took this fight. And 0 down. Fight is over. Man, that guy looks bad, man. His right eye looks terrible. Both his eyes are swelled up pretty good. But yeah, Willis, I'll have to say he took this fight. Real talk. Yep. Rap star Bob. Rap star Bob. What's going on, Rap Star Boxing? What's good, man? Salute to you. Grogan, what's good? This is Bellator 253, man. For those of you that like MMA, like myself, and appreciate the grind of pugilism, this is mixed martial arts with a main event that's going to be absolute fire. Darion Caldwell versus Aj Mckee. You don't know who Caldwell is? He's been in some amazing fights. 15-3 record. Aj Mckee 16-0 undefeated. I'm saying to myself, I truly believe that Willis should take this fight. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He should take this fight. Lemminger has looked like, the way his facial structure is, the punishment, it looks like he's been in a freaking 5-round fight. The dude is tough, but he needs to go back to the gym and somebody teach him defense. I like Willis, man. He got some hands. It's like he's been practicing his boxing. He got some cauliflower ear going on there, So 29-28 should be for Willis. Willis get the nod like we thought. So if you're looking at Willis, right, those of you that's tuned in, right, you see his left ear has cauliflower and his right ear doesn't. And that can be one of many things of him shooting in on the same side all the time. Him shooting in on the same side because not everybody, has bilateral strength when it comes to changing levels and shooting in for the single. So he may be shooting in on the same side and over again of practicing, he will have to defend, he will have to go for the takedown, and that rubbing and everything on that side caused him to have cauliflower in one ear. You know what I'm saying? And not both. He has cauliflower on one ear and not the both, probably from him shooting in on the same side all the time. So who's next, people? The individuals that's next on the card is Jeremy Kennedy and Matt Bessette, featherweights 145. Those are next, and that will be the last fight on the preliminaries. That will be the final fight on the preliminaries, people. Once again, I repeat, that is the final fight of the preliminaries. That will be the final contest of the preliminary card. And then we move on to the main event where we got the headliner, Caldwell versus Mckee. Seriously, that's going to be fire. That's going to be fire. Absolutely. Mckee is on a tear. Mckee is on a tear. His dad, Antonio Mckee, if you don't know, man, well decorated in the game. His son, man, god damn, he knows how to wrestle. He has a submission game. He can strike. Guess what? Caldwell has the same. He has a submission game. He can strike. If you look at his highlight, he did the 5-point throw. And I mean, the same. If you look at who had the better 5-point throw when it comes to point wrestling, we're talking about Caldwell or Michael Chandler of being Henderson. I don't know, man. It's hard. I got to give the edge to Michael Chandler, man. When he dumped Ben Henderson on his head, that shit was like crucial. I thought Benson might have been freaking paralyzed from that. But then again, I think one of the best suplexes that you will see in mixed martial arts, period, people. Because when I report on the sport, I like to give comparisons. I think it's Kevin Randleman and Fedor Emelianenko, man. Kevin Randleman left his feet when he slammed Fedor. He levitated and drove Fedor into the mat. I thought Fedor was done. How can you get slammed that hard and still continue? Randleman slammed Fedor, man, and Fedor, you couldn't tell it affected him or anything. He left his feet and suplexed that man on his neck. This is going to be a damn good fight between Caldwell and Mckee. This is going to be people sleeping on this fight. This shit is going to be nice. Both of them match up. I'm talking about as close as you can get when it comes to mixed martial arts. Striking, wrestling, submission game. Both of these guys wear the same suit. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me, people. It's going to be crucial. Caldwell has 3 losses, 15 victories. Aj Mckee, 0 defeats, 16 victories. Hey, it's on, man. If you're in the building, hit the like button. Sub to the channel if you follow mixed martial arts and boxing. Sub to the channel. You know what it is. Y'all got to get into this mixed martial arts, man. Come on now. You got to sub and get with WCS, man. So I can kind of break it down for you while the fight is going on. You know what I'm saying? We can both get educated. That's what it's about. Now, in mixed martial arts news, of course, in between fights, I want to talk about something that's brewing that may potentially change the game. Henry Cejudo, as you already know, the same Henry Cejudo that's a gold medal wrestling Olympian who was able to defeat Demetrius Johnson. All right. And then Demetrius Johnson ended up being traded out to one championship when UFC did the first and only trade for Demetrius Johnson for Ben Askren. So therefore, after losing to Demetrius Johnson, he came back and beat him in the rematch, right? Then Henry Cejudo, you know, he's feeling, you know, the rays of the sun, so to speak. You know, the lights are getting brighter. So guess what? He pretty much takes on TJ Dillashaw, which is considered one of the best bantamweights at the time. Dana White was trying to negotiate with Henry Cejudo. From what I hear, Henry Cejudo outpriced himself. So Dana said, you know what, Cejudo, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to have Dillashaw come down to the flyweight division to challenge you since you outpriced yourself. He did that. The bell rings and TJ Dillashaw gets shut down in 1 round via knockout. And not only to add damage to to being knocked out, but he was suspended for popping positive for PEDs. So the bantamweight title becomes vacant. So Henry Cejudo goes up there and challenges. Come on, man. He challenges for the bantamweight title, and he wins it. He fought for the vacant and he wins it. Now he's a champ. Now he's a champ. He's the gold medal. He was calling himself 3C. He was a gold medal champ. He's a flyweight champ and a bantamweight champ. Now what he's trying to do is they're talking about him potentially coming back and facing the one and only featherweight champ at 145. He wants to come back and fight Alexander Volkanovski. It will be the first time that anyone would have did that if he's successful at doing it. Right now, he's retired, but I'm not sure how much emphasis and energy Dana White putting into this, but it will be a tough task for Henry Cejudo to move up to 45 and face a guy like Volkanovski who fights very well at that weight. But if that is in case, he'll be the first one to ever do it. He will be the first. It's been people who win championships multiple times, but it hasn't been someone who is successful in winning the championship in 3 different divisions. Okay, we have Jeremy Kennedy, won 4 of his last 6 fights. He's won 4 of his last 6 fights. So this should be interesting. This should be fairly interesting, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button there. Show some love. WCS, boxing, MMA, grappling, whatever you want. One-stop shop. Kennedy is on deck. Kennedy versus Bessette is on deck. Drop your picks in the damn live chat. Who are you going for? Kennedy with the red gloves, Canadian fighter, going in there against Bessette. Bessette 24-9 and Kennedy 15-2. Bessette is an older fighter, 35 versus Kennedy 28. And the height is not that much, of a difference. Let's get it. Introduction. Win the first round, Kennedy pressing. Bessette is in the blue gloves, Kennedy in the red. This is the last fight on the main event. Hands down by Bessette. I'm gonna see if, you know, I'm gonna see if Kennedy gonna make him pay for that. I like the stance of Kennedy, wide stance, hands up. Fighters are posturing, feinting. Really no shots landed so far. But you can tell that Bessette is putting something together. You know, he's trying to think of a way to get inside. He got his hands down. He's leaning forward. He really is confident in not using any type of defense right now against Kennedy. A lot of posturing going on by both fighters so far. Bessette comes in with a 1-2, didn't land. You know, good distance by Kennedy. Kennedy with the high kick. Bessette trying to counter. When Kennedy throws that right hand, he's trying to counter. Right now, both fighters are in the orthodox fighting stance. But once again, this is mixed martial arts. Nice outside leg kick by him. Oh, yeah, he waited to the right time. Kennedy with the takedown and on the hips. He gets the takedown. Butterfly guard by Bessette. Let's see who has the better ground game right now. Let's see who's going to work on this ground game. GMP by Kennedy in the top position. Not too much damage so far. Half butterfly guard right now by Bessette. Oh, he almost had that sweep. Let's see if he's able to do it. He's showing he has some strength in those hips. He almost tried to get that sweep, but it didn't work. He goes back in the closed guard right now. Oh, nice by Kennedy. Picks him up and put him up against the cage like that. Guard pass by Kennedy. Partial back control. Hands locked. Let me see if he's going to take Kennedy, take Bessette on the ride. Bessette with his hand up against the cage. He's not grabbing, but he picks him up, returns him to the mat. Kennedy is showing he has a pretty decent top game right now. He's landing punches. See, in mixed martial arts, you can take your fighter down, but what do you do when you get him down? Kennedy is showing that he can land some punches and he can control his opponent at the same time. That's solid. That's solid groundwork right there. You know what I'm saying? He's not just holding on to his opponent and just laying and praying, as they call it. He's actually putting in some quality work. He forced Bessette to turn his back once again up against the cage. Bessette is trying to turn into him. And I got to give it up to Kennedy for this control that he has, man. Landing knees from the back. Let's see if he locks it up again and try to take him for another ride to the mat. The hands are locked. They're together. So he's trying to maintain that position. He pulls him from the cage. And Bessette did a good job. Sends him back to the mat. Didn't use too much energy. But, of course, he has to control because he's never letting go of the body lock. Never. Now Bessette gets the overhook. He's going to try to put the wizard. He's trying to use the wizard. Kennedy shuts it down. Short punches to the face by Bessette. Nice round. Nice work, man. Look, nice work by Kennedy. If you didn't get no education off that, there's a difference from taking your opponent to the canvas and what you do while he's there. Very good work, solid work in controlling his opposition and landing strikes while he had him there. Round 2 on deck. Of course, the first round goes to Kennedy. Both fighters land kicks to the body. No real damage. Now that Bessette understands how strong of a wrestler and how good, the ground control is from Kennedy, he's going to be extremely cautious from getting caught overly committing on a punch or anything to allow Kennedy to get in on his hips, because he pretty much dominated the rest. There we go again. He overly committed. Kennedy is back to it. He has control again on his back. This time, he still takes him down. Bessette back up quickly. He tried to do a switch out. Nice back control, man, by Kennedy. Very nice back control. I'm not sure if this guy had wrestling back in the day, but he has mad control. Like, Kennedy's going to try his best to try to move him off the cage so he can return him. So far, Bessette is doing a good job in defending the takedown, but also in this, he takes him down one more time easily. But also while they're in the clinch like this, Bessette is not really doing any damage. He can't, because every time he kind of wants to change or reverse this, he gets taken down to the mat. Kennedy changing positions. It's not too much strikes being landed right now. Oh man, he dumps him on his head. Kennedy dumps him on his head again. Now he has the back control he wants. Trying to sink in a submission, a RNC from the back. Let's see how well Bessette defends it. Solid wrestling by Kennedy. Solid wrestling by Kennedy. 2:30 remaining. It's plenty of time. So what you see right there, you see a 2-on-1, right? So Bessette is going for a 2-on-1 on the left hand of Kennedy to control it. The referee is basically, he thought he had, he was holding on to the glove, which is not allowed. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Kennedy's working for the choke the best way he can. He's making Bessette work to defend that choke. He's making him work. Very good ground control on Kennedy. And you know what? Bessette tried to buck. He tried to turn into him. Kennedy is showing that he is the better ground tactician. For real, those hard shots landed from the back. Oh, hard shots, man. This fight is about to be over. He's landing some crushing blows with his left hand. These are, look, people. The way he's controlling Bessette right now is not easy to control somebody and land shots like that. The momentum that he's gathering on those shots while controlling his opposition on the ground. That's strength right there, man. He picks him up again, easy, double leg. Mat return, right back to work. Go for a guard pass, easy work. Once again, like I was saying earlier, you can tell he loves to go to the left side and punch with his left hand. That's the strong side that I was talking about earlier. Kenny is just too much. Look at that guard pass. Almost, he's climbing the ladder to the full mount. He almost had it. Bessette turned over and worked back up. Work back up to a standing position, and he was able to get it again. But look, it must be frustrating for Bessette because Kennedy still has the body lock. Sends him back to the canvas. Punches to the side of the head. 15 seconds remaining. Stinging punches landed. A knee to the head lands. He cuts Open Bessette. 5 seconds. This is a lopsided. I'm surprised they might even give this a 10-8 round. Look, Bessette just walks away like, God damn. This motherfucker ragdolled me that round. That's what you call being ragdoll right there. And somebody keep on picking you up, and then you make it back to your feet, and they still sustain the body lock, and they mat return you, and you get back up, and they mat return you again. That shit ain't fun, y'all. People, we in the third round. Very good fight to close out the preliminaries. And good sportsmanship. They touched gloves to begin the final round. This is a 3-round fight. So what we're looking at, Bessette, he has a cut over his eye. Most of the damage been done on the ground. Most of the strikes landing has been from the ground. So Bessette tried to send a kick straight up the middle because he's looking for Kennedy to change levels and get in on him for a double leg. Once again, he did it. He look, he's back on the canvas again. He committed to a left kick partially. Maybe he would have fully committed. He wouldn't have been standing there waiting for Kennedy to get in on him and change levels. Now he's back on the canvas and he's fighting. He tried to roll up out of it. Now he's having some type of success. He seems like he's trying to go for a heel hook. Now we get some jiu-jitsu in play. Okay, what we looking at? What we looking like? Okay, Kennedy defending so far. Okay, Bessette still working for. He lost it. Now Kennedy has top control. He's in side control. Oh, hard punches right to the front of the face by Kennedy. Man, there's nothing Bessette can do right now with this ground game of Kennedy. Close guard by Bessette. That's the only thing he can do right now. Close guard. He opens up. Let's see if he tries to make it, switch his hips out, make it back, posture up, make it back to his feet. He's still fighting though. Bessette is still fighting from the bottom. He's still trying to land some elbows, but Kennedy is landing short shots to the rib cage, and then going up top. He's really mixing it up. He's holding this position actively, so the referee cannot stand him up, because a referee will stand you up for a lack of activity. Kennedy is a dog on the ground. A dog. Hard punch by Kennedy. Guard pass, smooth. In the quarter, man, look at that head position up on the armpit, looking up at his opponent, landing shots. Look at that shit. That's what you appreciate about the ground and pound. Those individuals that know how to properly ground and pound. Hey, Kennedy is one of these guys, man. He's cutting up Bessette, man. Now Bessette is going for wrist control to try to stop those punches from coming in. A minute 40 remaining. Bessette is trying his best to make it back to his feet. He's taking serious amount of punishment. Look how Kennedy is stuffing him up against the cage. He's not even giving him room to breathe, y'all. He can't even look. He's not even giving him the room to change positions to try to Oh, man. I don't know if those punches was to the back of the head, but Kennedy's on him. No breath. Now there's a slow in the pace. Minute 5 remaining. Dominant round by Kennedy once again. Dominant round. Elbows, hard elbows from the top from Kennedy. Man, he's making this a clinic. This dude is making this a ground and pound clinic, y'all. He might get the stoppage. Kennedy might get the stoppage if he keeps on landing these hard shots. Look at the control. Elbows to the right side of Bessette's face. Bessette still trying to make it up to his feet. Now, if you're wondering why he can't, because look at the control that Kennedy has of his of Bessette's left hand. He lets it go. Now Bessette has both hands. He's going to base. He's trying to stand up, but he don't want to stand up. It's 9 seconds remain. There's not much he's going to do. That was an absolute dominant round. Oh, he came out with an elbow. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, he tried to end it. That's what I'm talking about, man. He sent that right hand. He went for broke, but it's too late. See, this is the type of fight you look back on because the way he was able to control Bessette on the ground and send those hard punches, that's education right there. Because you don't find a lot of mixed martial artists fighting on this level that's able to damage their opponent like that on the ground. But he was not just able to control him, but look how he pushed him up. He pushed Bessette up against the cage. He couldn't even move. The position was so tight. He locked him in, and all he could do is take punishment. Man, that was nice. Punches to the face, y'all. Look how he postured up on his armpit. Damn. And Bessette is tough, man. Bessette is tough. I got to give it up to him. Bessette is motherfucking tough. Y'all need to keep an eye out on that Canadian. Dude has freaking some skills, dog. Keep an eye on Jeremy Kennedy, for real. He's a problem. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Those of you that stopped by, Bellator 253, mixed martial arts. Kennedy barely have a scratch on his face. Damn. Easy work. The main card is on deck. Yeah, Raufeon Stots versus Keith Lee is going to be the first fight on the main card. As I was saying earlier about Henry Cejudo, man, if he's able to do that, fine. That's cool. You know, if he's able to come back to the featherweight division in 145 and try to pick up a championship, let's see if it happens. You know what I'm saying? The other news, of course, is Khabib is saying that he's retired, but we don't know for sure. But at this moment, Khabib is actually, ranked number 1 pound for pound. This is the first time in a long time why Jon Jones is an active fighter, which I don't know if he's active or to consider him inactive, because he too said he was retired. You know what I'm saying? So you had Henry Cejudo and Jon Jones, two of the best in the sport, retired. But he's still on the pound for pound list. Khabib, after that finish of Justin Gaethje in 2 rounds, 2 rounds, people, 2 rounds, it moved him above the list on the top pound for pound. Khabib Nurmagomedov is pound for pound the best mixed martial artist in the world. He is a instructional manual to look at if you are trying to learn certain things about mixed martial arts, especially when it comes to the ground game. You know what I'm saying? The takedowns, the ground and pound. Khabib switches up the game quite often. His cage IQ on how he goes about, delivering, how he sets up his entry. There's a lot that you can learn, but of course you have to put in the work and effort in the gym. Outside of that, as I mentioned before, is the middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. He's going to be on the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. card as an analyst, okay, as a commentator. But when it comes to the UFC, Israel Adesanya is talking as if he's trying to move up to 205 and face Juan Blachowicz. Juan Blachowicz is the guy who just beat Dominic Reyes for the vacant light heavyweight championship that was previously held by Jon Jones. Now, the good thing about this is Adesanya is basically improving his freaking stock and his brand in the UFC. Not only is he undefeated, but if he's able to become 2-division champ, he would have done something that Jon Jones wasn't able to do at this time. Jon Jones is putting on mad muscle right now. He's planning on coming back to face the heavyweight champ, whoever that heavyweight champ is. If you look at him and follow him on IG, he's bulking up, man. He doesn't even look like the same fighter. Jon Jones is putting on some mad muscle. And we all know what muscle, right? When it comes to movement, it slows you down a little bit. But the good thing about it is at heavyweight division, they don't move around as fast. You know what I'm saying? So it might work out just fine for somebody like Jon Jones, who is able to understand what the striking game is all about and how he's going to attack, delegate his attack in that division. So if he's able to go in there, I know he's been talking about fighting Stipe Miocic. If he's able to go in there and defeat Stipe Miocic, that will put him and Israel Adesanya on the same ball field. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because Adesanya is trying to pick up Jon Jones' old belt, which is currently held by Blachowicz, and Jon Jones is trying to fight the heavyweight champion. So both of these guys would result in being a 2-division champion, which what I said before is this will set up for one of the biggest fights in mixed martial arts history. If both of these guys meet up and they're champions in another division, and Jon Jones is considerably undefeated, his only blemish on his record is from a demolishment of Matt Hamill. An awful bludgeoning of Matt Hamill, in which Steve Mazzagatti called an illegal 12-6 elbow which got John Jones DQ'd. So if you put him and Israel Adesanya in there at this point in time in their so-called competitive edge, where both of them are at their competitive state in their careers, I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable matchup. It's going to do some of the highest numbers in the UFC period. And also it will be competitive with boxing numbers also. I guarantee it. Mark my word on that shit. Let me see what they're talking about with this Ferrari. So they're having a little promo. You know, the Ferrari pulled up. Some people like Ferraris, you know, not to change the subject too much, but a lot of people like Ferraris, okay? But if you don't have the maintenance budget for it, and also if you're a tall guy and you don't like being crunched down in a car, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get used to it, especially when people look over and say, God damn, that's your car. All right, cool. I don't too much appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted. If I had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, the shit wouldn't be a question. But I've never just been like motorcycles. I'm a motorcycle dude. Like, I like to disappear on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the adrenaline rush of two wheels, vice versa. That's why I never really had anything that was ultimately fast. But I mean, when it comes to a car. It looked good though. Anyway, just keep your eyes peeled for Israel Adesanya and John Jones in the near future, man. If these fights go down very close to the calendar year, so John Jones, I think he may be back in the next 3 to 4, not about 3 months. I say about 4 months. I'm not sure who he's gonna face, of course, because he is moving up the heavyweight. But Dana White is basically teasing us right now and saying, hey, Adesanya versus Blachowicz is a possibility. We're not automatically washing over Blachowicz like Adesanya will win that. But if he does, man, it's going to set up for an ultimate clash between Israel Adesanya and John Jones. Unfreaking believable. One of the biggest fights in life. Seriously. This is going to be one of the biggest fights across combat. It will. Their styles mirror one another tremendously. This guy is pushing this Ferrari for real. Look how many people in that room, man. That's the fight life, though. They got like 2 guys in the room and 15 women. Now they got family up in there. What I'm talking about, he got his family up in there. That's the fight life, though. So what's going on, people? We're waiting on the main card to take place. And I'm going to now share the screen so you can get a peek at the main card. For those of you that's tuned in right now, I'm going to share screen and keep that up there for you. So I'm going to take you to the first card on the docket, and that's going to be these 2 individuals right here. That's going to be the first fight on the main card, people. If you're in the building, man, show some love, man. You know, hit the thumbs up button. Show some love to World Combat Sports. I don't sit up here and say this, that, and the other, but you know, when you come here, you're gonna get the boxing, the MMA, the grappling, whatever combat sports on. Hey, we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. We're waiting on the main card to come on deck, man. You know, man, I'm gonna drop the link, man. You know, you want to hop on here, bro, for a little bit until the main card starts. Cool with me, man. That's up to you there. Those of you that's in there, rap star and all, everybody that's in here, you know. I think the main card is gonna start. Probably at around 7, I believe. They're just doing a promo right now. Grogan was in the building. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate the ones who's leaving comments. What's going on, Raptor?
Hey, just coming on there to show you some support, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I was actually over your way, man. I was over your way earlier, but I went on backstage and it was just black.
Oh, was you over there and I didn't see you?
Yeah, I was over there, man. Like, you had D Hodges on there, and then you had another guy, but it just said you're backstage. So I was backstage for a minute. I finished my coffee, so I said, okay, he might not see me, so I'm out.
Yeah, I didn't see you, bro. I didn't see you, but I gotta tell you, we've been cleaning up this YouTube circuit. I don't know if you've been watching, but we got this new thing going on. It's called the Truth Media. I mean, Punch is doing it. We're cleaning up the sport. We're not having people coming there abusing the sport. I'm gonna kick your ass if you come on my show and you think you're gonna call fighters names and trash cans and tomato cans. It's not gonna happen on my show. And Punch is doing the same. He's not having people on there just abusing the shit. You know what I mean?
Well, if that's the case, that's what I've been doing for a minute. Shit.
Yeah, so
I only have people on my goddamn show saying that.
Yeah, so it's
but I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. So it's a new media, which is the integrity for the sport.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's good. I mean, that's positive. You know what I'm saying? That's positive.
Hey, I've had a lot of fucking smoke because of this shit, and I'm cleaning up this YouTube circuit, man. So everybody who's been in the game, you respect the game. We're going in that movement now. We're not having people trashing this fucking game with foul language all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I hope you understand that that's the kind of shit that gets focus and gets good conversations, and you can get to intelligent conversations that way with people.
Yeah, that's been the case for a while, man. I really haven't had that problem, you know. I mean, but if you have a panel, of course, you're gonna have different voices on there collectively, and you might have some that call fighters bums, trash cans, tomatoes, all that.
Yeah, not on my channel.
What else is good, man? You know, some of the talking points you was bringing in. I know you mentioned Joshua.
And what was the talking points?
I think you was mentioning something about the heavyweight division dealing with Joshua, but you know, we already know that he's due to face Kubrat Pulev and everything, but that's gonna be pretty interesting because his mandatory is Alexander Usyk for the WBO. So you know, he defeats Pulev. I'm curious to see how that plays out with his mandatory, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just want you guys to be active this weekend. We've got a few domestic fights. We've got Conor Benn against Sebastian Formella. Sebastian Formella went all 12 rounds with Sean Porter. And Sean Porter was trying to get him out of there, but, you know, Sean Porter was not able to get him out of there, but it was a unanimous decision win for Porter. Porter was more aggressive in that fight, and he was, dictating that fight, but that that guy Formella went all 12 rounds and he gave a few 1-2s to Sean Porter. And
Yeah, he
was getting
did.
some, you know what I mean? He got in some shots and then he was, you know, he took some flush shots from Porter, but he didn't go down. So if we see Nigel Benn's son do a better job than Porter did, it will at least start bringing some attraction to Conor Benn where people don't know who he is in your side of the water.
That's cool. And that's true. I thought Famela at certain points in the fight with Sean Porter, he did land some scoring shots, but also in
Yeah.
some areas he was surviving too. Like he felt the pressure and he was just using this, you know, he was pressing the gas a little bit so he wouldn't gas out. You know, he wouldn't get tired. You know, he fought a
Right.
good fight. He did go the distance, but some parts of that fight, man, seemed like he was surviving. You know, he was
Yeah,
keeping his
he was
distance, keeping his
definitely in there to
distance.
survive
Yeah.
for some part. But you know what? He did well. He stayed in
Yeah,
the
he
fight.
did.
He never got dropped. And it just shows that, you know, what we're gonna see with Conor Benn coming out of London. Nobody knows Conor Benn internationally. He's a good fighter locally, domestically. So hopefully you guys, when you know, if he does a good show on that, or he, you know, stops him, or even if he wins in great fashion, at least the Americans will be keeping an eye on him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely,
And I
man.
think he can get into the world rankings with the IBF. I've got to check it, but he might start to get into the world rankings, and that will get him some better fights, maybe with somebody like, I don't know, maybe even Josito Lopez or somebody, you know, so we can start building him up.
This after you're assuming if he has a dominant performance against Formella to try to set him up with somebody like Josecito Lopez. That's what you saying?
Yeah, I want him to start fighting someone overseas so that you guys can get interested in him.
Okay.
So I think Josito Lopez is a good name, just to, you know, get him going so that you guys can start to see an attraction with him for someone you know. You know, somebody like that. I don't know, somebody just like those kind of names, you know,
Yeah,
because
I
you've got to
got you.
build yourself.
I got you. I got you. What else was some of the talking points you had earlier, man? I was
Joe
over there.
Joyce, Daniel Jabbar. I mean, I'm covering my country. Joe Joyce, Daniel Jabbar.
Yeah,
A lot
Joe
of
George,
people in,
Daniel Dubois. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people in America are kind of excited when I speak about that. They're really tuning in.
Yeah, Joe Joyce is on the fast track. He's a much older fighter. You know what it is. You know, he's gonna have to go in there and get out early, man. Well, I take that back. He doesn't have to get out early. He needs to fight a smart fight
Yeah, for sure.
because he's
For
35
sure.
years old, right? Joe Joyce.
Hey, you're doing your homework. Yep. 35, bro.
Yeah, 35 years old, man. I follow some of those fighters over there, man. I keep abreast with it.
That's nice. That's nice. At least you're up to date with what's going on this next few fights. And then we've got, you know, we announced Canelo versus Callum Smith. So we've got that fight coming up on the 19th of December.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are excited about that because at least there's a, you know, a quick fight made for the end of the year. The
Yeah.
pandemic's been fucked up. So Canelo coming back, Callum Smith coming with his WBA super title.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it builds for some excitement, bro.
Correct. You're right about that, man. It does build for excitement. And also, if Joe Joyce, I mean not Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, he has a very, you know, superb performance against Joe Joyce. What's next? What do you see next for him?
I mean, Daniel Dubois, if he comes through the Joe Joyce fight, I mean, there's only great things next World Combat. It's all about moving up in the rankings. You know,
Okay.
we gotta match him up. We gotta start matching him up with somebody. I mean, I don't even know if you know, someone like I mean, let's get some names out here, bro, that people can start building their rankings up with. What kind of heavyweight could we couldn't put him with Joseph Parker straight away? I think we'll have to wait for a couple fights until he can get a Joseph Parker.
Yeah,
But
that was the point I was trying to make. Like, I'm not sure what his team is thinking. I don't know if they're looking at this performance pending the with Joe Joyce to see if they attempt to put him in there, to slide him in there with a higher name on the ladder.
I mean, you got names like Luis Ortiz in the game, Joseph Parker. You've got, you know, these are strong gateways out there. You beat
You
these
talking about
kind of
King
guys.
Kong?
Who?
You talking about King Kong? Luis
Yeah, you got
Ortiz?
King Kong's there. You got
Bro, King
Joseph
Kong ain't no
Parker.
gatekeeper. What are you talking about?
No. King Kong is the gatekeeper for the fighters. That if you beat him, you belong in the elite of the heavyweight.
He only has 2 losses to Deontay Wilder, man.
Exactly. So
Look,
if you beat him, you belong in the elite of the heavyweights.
yeah, man. I mean, I don't think Joe. I have to see Daniel Dubois, man, but I don't think he's ready for King Kong yet. I think he takes his first L if he goes in there right now against King Kong. Even though
Well,
King Kong's much older, it'll be a good matchup if they believe he's ready for that. You know.
yeah, but World Combat, how are you going to go backwards after Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce is in the rankings, and some of the governing bodies is there already. So how are you going to
Correct.
go back? Where'd you go forward from him? Give me what opponent do you go and approach after Joe Joyce if you win?
I mean that all depends, man. You know, we have to consider what his team like. It's hard. We can come up with scenarios all day, but let's say, for instance, you know, we're looking at where he's ranked at the WBCs in the top 10. You know, so if you look at Dubois, he's ranked, I believe, in the WBC on the WBO, if I'm not mistaken. He's ranked in the WBC and the WBO.
Yeah,
So
who's
the
there?
WBO, he's number 2, man. Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
Wow.
The WBO, he's ranked number 2 behind Alexander Usyk. He's not getting the fight with Usyk right now, I don't think. But that'll be great, man. You think he's
So
ready for Usyk?
No, he's not, because this is what I'm saying. He's moving up in the rankings. If he beats Joe Joyce, it's only going upwards for him. It's about now trying to build him and get ready for the world title slowly. So
But
basically,
Joe Joyce is not ranked in front of him, though. He's ranked in front of Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is 11th in the WBC, and Dubois, he's number 2 in the WBO, and Joyce is number 11. He's
yeah,
not chasing Joe Joyce.
but Joe Joyce also must have different rankings in the different governing bodies. If you go on the other governing bodies, you might see Joe Joyce. He was chasing another route for that
I'm
governing
looking
body.
at
So
the sanctioning bodies right now. I'm looking at it, and that's why I'm telling you that Joe Joyce is ranked inside of the top 10 on the WBC and the WBO. And, you know, he's not even ranked in the top 15 of the IBF. Neither is he ranked in the top 15 in the WBA. But for the WBC and the WBO, he's top 5. I mean, top 10.
Right.
Top 10. Top 10.
Gotcha. I mean, look, Derek Chisora put a good performance in with Usyk. If Daniel Dubois beats Joe Joyce, that's a good, get Derek Chisora in there with him, start building him up, see how he does with somebody like that. Don't forget, Dylan White still has to fight his demons right now. He has to go with the Povetkin fight.
Correct.
And we don't even know if he's ever going to, I had a problem with the other day. We was in a London podcast, and I showed them 3-4 fights where some of the fighters who took that punch never came back. Like, they were never able to come back to the level where they were. So I hope that punch hasn't, put Dylan White back anywhere.
Oh, you talking about the left uppercut?
Yeah, bro. I mean, those were sleeping punches, like what Julian Jackson did to Harold Graham. So many fights I've seen that some of the fighters who've slept like that, they never came back the best of themselves, And that some people are not realizing this. I mean, we watched the fight again yesterday, World Combat. Dylan White got hit without realizing he didn't see it. And that could take a lot out of a fighter, bro. It can.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He got hit, man. Crushing shot. Man. I look at Daniel Dubois, man. He may be, on the horizon, the face of Joseph Parker. I take Dylan White out the picture because he has Alexander Povetkin. But we don't know how Dylan White is going to perform after being knocked out like that, But if he chooses to fight Joseph Parker, Luis Ortiz, I'll definitely tune in for that. Real talk. Like, I'll definitely tune in for that shit.
Well, give me another opponent. Who else is there in the top 10 for Daniel
Well, I'm
Dubois.
looking at him, and you know, Kubrat, he has an upcoming fight with Joshua, and we're not giving him much of a chance to win that. But you got Joseph Parker, you have Luis Ortiz in the WBC. Of course, you have Andy Ruiz that's out there. I'm not sure what's your thought process on Andy Ruiz. Is Dubois ready for Andy? He's ranked above Andy Ruiz in the WBO.
Well, look, there he can achieve greatness, and I'll tell you where he can achieve greatness. If he goes in this Saturday and he puts a great performance in with Joe Joyce, he already goes. He already is the guy they're going to talk about. And if you can get him a fight with one of those three people that you just mentioned, he already goes to become the fourth, fifth heavyweight in the world that they're going to say he's in line now. So he can change his whole life with 2 fights.
Yeah, it can.
Just 2 fights. It needs to be one of those guys that you mentioned, and then everybody's interested. Y'all are going to be making thumbnails about Daniel Dubois in America if he does that.
Hey man, we'll make thumbnails now if he was fighting somebody that we actually know. He's moving up the ladder though.
I've made 2 thumbnails about Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce. There's been about 100 shows in England. You guys are not covering it. We are.
I mean, we can say the same about y'all too. Y'all not covering U.S. fighters as if we're not covering UK fighters.
I am. You have a look at my channel. I've got 80% US fighters on there.
Yeah, but you just started though.
But if you look at my 20 shows, there's consistent American boxing, Australian boxing, UK boxing, Japanese boxing. I'm covering what I can, World Combat.
Yeah, we'll have to do better at that. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely have to do better with that rap star. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've covered Anthony Joshua.
Hey, don't be like that. You got to cover all the rest of the guys over
there. I
bro.
cover Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I covered some other fighters over there too. I just can't think of the names right now. I covered.
You can't forget about Josh Warrington. You can't forget about Josh Kelly, Conor Benn. You can't forget about all these up and coming fighters who are going to be fighting ranked fighters at World Combat, because the fighters that you're speaking about, they're going to end up fighting them next soon.
But see, I have at one point in time covered the fight when it was on the horizon. I have, you know, if especially that Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis fight, I absolutely covered that, man. I'm pretty sure I got a live out there covering that fight with Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis.
Yeah, you got to, man. These are world ranking fights, bro. I mean, look, I just hope if there's anything you need, or sometimes I have to spark your memory about what's going on over there, then I'm going to keep doing that. But you know, at the end of the day, we got to watch world boxing. I've got to be in tune even with the Australians, with the Canadians. I've got some connections now in Italy. So, you know, it just depends what fights capture the imagination of the media. Now, some fights don't capture the imagination of the YouTube circuit, but we got to push it. And the way we're going to push that is I got to get you to talk about it. I've got to get Punch to talk about it. I've got to send message to Showbiz to talk about it. So that's my input with the American media for my fighters in England, you know?
I feel you, man. I feel you.
That's what's going on.
It'd be good if you kind of was able to get those guys over here for a freaking platform interview, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't have familiarity with them over on these platforms over here. If social media is social media has all the cylinders running right now. So we would definitely appreciate talking to some of the UK fighters over there. You know what I'm saying? But they don't too much deal with us, man.
Hey, I don't blame them, because I got some messages here, and some of the circuit in YouTube, they're very foul. There's no integrity and honor on YouTube.
Well, that's life. That's the world.
That channels, bro. Yeah, but there's only a few channels. You look at ESPN, Showtime, Sky Sports. You look at IFL TV. You look at Boxing Social. You look at different platforms which have reached heights. They have so much respect and integrity for the sport. They always cover everybody, even if the guy's not that great. He's getting an interview. He's getting treated like a warrior. Those are the channels that these kids want to be on.
Well, they're gonna have to open up their door for a larger range of invitation. You know what I'm saying?
Punch Drunk is actually getting some integrity in the sport. I mean, he has a different environment. He's giving a lot of different kind of fighters coming to him because he actually is covering them and showing a lot of respect and integrity for the sport. I've seen you got some interviews coming here and there where fighters and young guys, they like to speak to you because you show that you're interested in their, their upbringing, they're growing up, and you're showing that you know the 8-0 guys and stuff like that. So you're covering what you can, but what you got to realize is the YouTube circuit has got to start becoming the truth media. We got to start becoming a broad mind, and even if the fighter's got 5 losses, y'all got to know how to speak to him because the guy's a warrior. It doesn't matter if you got 5 losses. You can't send them to some of those channels because they just don't know how to respect the game. You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying, man. You know, every platform is always going to be different, and you know, of course, I like going to fights and covering certain individuals that I meet on the amateur circuit up to professional.
Yeah.
And then there's people who are excelling on the social media platform, which is great. However you can get it in and cover the sport, you should expound upon that. That's the only thing I can say about it. You know, however you can get it in, you get it in.
Facts. You know, but slowly we're growing. And as we grow, I think what we can do, we can network, and then we can build some kind of a thing. When a fighter comes on, we can have attraction between 4 channels, spreading we can actually have the attraction where the fighter can be having an interview, but it can be shown on 4 channels. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So we got World Combat covering the American media. We got Punch with the Latino and American. We got Rap Star covering the European. Then we can get another guy who's from, whatever. But that way, the fighter gets exposure between everybody at one time.
Correct.
So that we can do something like that in the future to help the fighters. Because just like everybody, right? Somebody who doesn't know the person, when they go through your channel, it builds that exposure. So yeah, I think there's things in the future that we can definitely do to help, this sport. But how do you feel about Callum Smith and Canelo before the main attraction starts for you, bro?
Well, initially it was Caleb Plant, now it's Callum Smith. So I looked at it like, I'm assuming that Callum Smith is in shape, that he's been in the gym working, and I don't see him as a last minute type of opponent. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, he's the longest reigning super middleweight champion up there right now. But I just don't see him as a last minute opponent for Canelo Alvarez. Like you have to prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, okay, well, hey Callum, are you ready? You want to face Canelo Alvarez? He's oh sure. Unless he has that type of confidence, I can't give him that confidence like that. Because you're going in there with the pound for pound best. You're going in there with the cash cow, the creme de la creme right now. So you're going to take the fight on short notice. It's almost like either he's going to shock the world, or else he's going to take the L like we think he is.
Yeah.
I hope it's a very quality, performance from both guys. I just hope it's not a Rocky Fielding showing.
Oh no. You got to remember, Callum Smith, he dealt with Rocky Fielding way more impressive. It just
correct. He knocked him out in the first round. And yeah, he knocked him out in the first round, and Canelo stopped him in the third. You're right.
Yeah.
Man,
So
y'all, I don't know why y'all be sleeping on me in this boxing. I don't know why, because I don't argue with people all the time. Y'all sleeping on who I cover now.
Who you cover?
No, I just told you. You said that Callum stopped him in shorter fashion, and I knew. I said, yeah, he stopped him in the first round, and Canelo stopped him in the third.
Okay, how about if I tell you this though? Out of the 5-6 British people that Canelo has fought, I think this is the best one he's gonna fight out of all the Brits that Canelo has beat so far.
Yeah, man, Callum Smith is legit. He's 27-0, right? 19 knockouts.
Yeah, but you got to remember when Canelo was a young kid, he fought Matthew Hatton, Ryan Rhodes, and then he went up and he got older. And he beat Amir Khan, Rocky Fielding. I think this is the best one he's going to fight out of England.
Yeah, but when you talk about Amir Khan, though, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, but Amir Khan,
right? Amir Khan had a name, but his chin was suspect, so.
He had no business going up 2 fucking weights to fight that dude.
Yeah, I mean, Amir Khan, people will call it ill-advised decision, as if Kell Brook did at with Gennady Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no one talks about that though. No one talks about Amir Khan and what he attempted to do with Canelo, but they'll talk about Kell Brook, because Kell Brook, he's a more notable name that stepped in there with Terrence Crawford, but they won't even talk about Amir Khan.
Yeah, I mean, Amir Khan, he went and tried to achieve greatness, but he got, I mean, the knockout he got, a lot of fighters couldn't come back from that knockout. Canelo put him to sleep, nearly.
Danny Garcia did too.
And, that's what I'm saying. Amir Khan, he might have a weak chin that people say, but his resistance and being able to come back again and fight. Some people, they couldn't even take a punch like that and come back, world comeback.
Yeah, but you talk about
what I'm
Dillian
saying?
White. You talking about Dillian White taking a punch. Shit, Amir Khan, man. He might be wired a little different. He may not be able to handle. I don't know, man. Like, he's wired different. Believe me, I don't know if he's gonna be going through a short circuit once he leaves the sport, or he's gonna start to deteriorate while he's actively on the sport. That happens all the time with fighters who get knocked out. They tend to go through this phase where you see them degrade tremendously while they still fighting, and then some fighters they continue to perform intermittently, like Amir Khan, and he get knocked out this fight, or even with the Crawford fight, Amir Khan was dropped, and then he ended up quitting.
Yeah, he hasn't got a good resistance for his chin.
Yeah, he left that fight with Crawford and went over there and fought another guy for like the WBC Intercontinental title or something like that.
That was a bullshit fight, bro.
Correct, but they lined him up for that shit though.
Yeah, he got a big following in the Middle East, so they always need him to fight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if a guy's getting $5, $7 million, $10 million to go fight somebody 2 weights below you, I mean, this is the end of his career. He's taking all the money he can,
Yep.
At the end of the day, Amir Khan was good at once. He had a really good, really
Team
good
Mitch
footwork.
was good.
And when he beat Madonna, that was one of his best highlights. When he beat Madonna, he wanted to fight Mayweather. He was in the run up for the Mayweather fight, and then Mayweather, they said, avoided him because his styles make fight, and Amir Khan seems to have a lot of speed. Maybe that could have affected Mayweather at the time when Amir Khan was in his prime. Yeah. So there was things that people felt like Amir Khan could reach those heights, but he never did. His best limelight to it was the Madonna fight, and then when he won his first world title. Those 2 fights are everything what stands out with Amir Khan.
Hey, Mitch said Joyce would be looking for a title shot if he beat Dubois. He's 35 already. Time isn't on his side. That's exactly what I was saying. He's fast tracking, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said if Dubois wins, he looks for another step up fight. He good solid name, then maybe a title shot.
And that's what I told you. Keen Mitch seems to know. Keen Mitch is a real one. He's a subscriber to me too. Keen Mitch watches a lot of boxing. He's always making his views on boxing. But yeah, man, I think Daniel Dubois can only go up and up if he wins this fight, World Combat.
Yep.
So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you be covering a fight next year. Daniel Dubois, Andy Ruiz in America.
Damn, that would be nice, bro. We'll like to get an intro to Daniel Dubois, because the last time a UK fighter stepped over here called Anthony Joshua, it was disaster.
Oh yeah. Anthony Joshua didn't capture the American audience. It went against him, bro.
I was like, hey, he didn't perform well either. I mean, people don't really know AJ over here.
Oh man, that was
they don't really know him like they know him like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, he comes over here and clown and shit, and people like that.
So we made a quick show yesterday. So let me quickly let you know we spoke about the 5 biggest heavyweights of 2021 going into 2020, finishing 2020, going into 2021. And Tyson Fury seems to be, the panel agreed that Tyson Fury is the number 1. It's not Joshua anymore. How do you feel about that?
So I will have to listen in and see what your criteria was for making that determination. Like
Oh,
you all are saying Fury is above Joshua. Me, I would have said that anyway because his ring IQ. Period. You know what I'm saying?
that's
And he's
exactly
done
what it
more.
came down to.
Yeah, he's done more, in my opinion, than Joshua. He was, and though I criticize him a lot, he was the former unified champion, and now he's the current WBC
Facts.
champion, and he's undefeated.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He's undefeated. So you got to give Fury his credit for that. For Joshua, yeah, he's a two-time unified champion, but his performance sucked, against Andy Ruiz. But
Okay, let me tell you another criteria. And people give a lot of respect, but people forget this. If you go to a person's backyard and beat him, and then you go to another person's backyard and beat him, and you capture 2 world titles in the heavyweight, doesn't that give you lots of points?
hell yeah, I agree with that criteria. I'm on board with that criteria. And that criteria should sustain itself whenever you come up, whatever weight class you're gonna talk about this in the future. That should be a criteria too. If it basically pertains to the fighter that you're trying to, put up in that list of the top 5.
So let me just go to this. You're old school. This is where Tyson Fury gets a lot of points. If a world champion goes to other countries for the world titles, he gets a lot of points for that because he's going around the world.
Yeah, but I would look at it also. This you have to factor in that Tyson Fury he's been fighting over here. You know what I'm saying? He's not new to over here. I can see if it was like Errol Spence dipping over to the UK to fight Kell Brook for the IBF championship. I can understand in that, but Tyson Fury has had a lot of fight. He has several fights over here already.
Yes, he did.
So yeah, he still should get partial credit for fighting Deontay Wilder over here in the States, but at that time he did not have a boxing license in the UK.
Yeah, but what about what he did with Klitschko? He went to his backyard and took it off of him.
Correct, but you got to look at the Klitschko. That's been so long ago. That's just like that's not anything current. What have you done for me lately? Like we're talking about the fights he's taken lately.
Hey, for him to come to America and take it, even though regardless of the situation, and to come to America and beat Wilder, that gives him just as much bonus points as what he did get with Klitschko at the time when he did it with Klitschko. It only showed that Tyson Fury can bring it to a person at their own backyard. And that's why people chose him as the #1 heavyweight going into 2021.
But he fought Wilder at the Staples Center. It wasn't anything new. He fought him at the Staples Center though.
But again, he shined. He came up with the victory, and it brings the points of where they're going into 2021 World Combat. And 2021, Anthony Joshua, he's #2. He was #1 as when Tyson Fury was coming back for the Wilder first fight.
Well, I can agree with your summation about Tyson Fury, coming over here, winning the world championship in the backyard for a second time. I'm talking about just coming over here second time, not winning the second time over here. But I also have to put up, this right here. Y'all cannot basically exclude Deontay Wilder with 1 loss, and you all not excluding Anthony Joshua just because he has 3 titles.
No, nobody's excluding them. They're in the list. They're right up there.
Who did y'all have 3rd then?
Okay, so this is just some people had Andy Ruiz as 3rd. I had Wilder still. Some people had Andy Ruiz taking the 3rd position.
So y'all had Andy Ruiz, who took a loss
me.
to Joseph Parker and took a loss to Anthony Joshua.
I didn't have him. There was a couple of guys who had Andy Ruiz because they believe his boxing ability will beat.
But you can't go off boxing ability. You have to go off results, bro. Like, how long are we gonna look at the aesthetic and the form? If the formula looks different, but it comes up with the same results, it's almost like what you call it, deductive reasoning. You know what I'm saying? You weigh in the evidence enough. If it comes up to the solution, then you like, okay. If it don't, you bring in the other evidence until you get the solution that you want. when it comes down to the way somebody looks, you can't just keep on saying Deontay Wilder doesn't look. He only has one loss. How did Andy Ruiz look when he faced Joshua a second time? He didn't do shit.
But
He
some
didn't
people
do
said that
nothing.
you said, "What have you done for me lately?" Some people said that even though Andy Ruiz was not in shape, um, Deontay Wilder's loss was more devastating for Deontay Wilder. Well, anyway, look, I have Wilder. Look, I have Wilder at third position. People have Wilder at 4. I mean, it's very, very difficult. You got to go with the first 5. Who's number 5 in your?
Man, y'all better be glad I wasn't on that panel because y'all gonna stop talking about what a fighter looked like. Deontay came in shape. If we're gonna start talking about aesthetics, rap star, you're gonna have to say, okay, how did Andy Ruiz look? If you saying his boxing skills is better, then how did he look? He was fat and out of shape. Deontay was in shape, 230, 231, but the fight was stopped by the towel. So are we talking about looks as far as skills, or are we talking about freaking body composition?
Well, this is what I'm asking you. At the end of the day, some people feel that Deontay Wilder just doesn't have he only has that one X factor, and it's the punch, and he doesn't have that many gears in his whole tool set. He only has one tool. Some people think Andy Ruiz has a few more tools. Again,
Okay.
I've still got Wilder as number 3, but you should have been on the panel. We had people from Australia, Philippines, America. So, you know, you got to appreciate some people look at things differently, and everybody had a chance to come on my panel and express who was number 3, and I got Wilder as number 3.
I didn't get your notification, man. I don't know why, but you know, I have to see how that's the case, man. I'm not getting your notifications for some reason, so I have to figure it out why I'm not. But King Mitch, man, I got Jeezy too. You know what I'm saying? Classic rap music. Shout out to entire ATL. Shout out to the Dirty Dirty. You know what it is. I got Jeezy. Gucci catalog is a sleeper though. He's been more active than Jeezy the past couple of years. Yeah, he has, man. You know, he got out and you know he's been doing. But I ain't gonna talk about Gucci right now on the MMA shit show. But Jeezy has a few classic albums. Yeah, especially Put On, man. Hell yeah, man. Mixtape also several Jay-Z collaborations. Yeah, for sure. King Mitch, yeah, Jeezy more versatile like Bud Crawford. I like Jeezy myself, you know. I'm definitely gonna try to check my boy out for the versus battle. And everybody, I mean, this shit's gonna do crazy numbers just off street shit alone. I used to see both of them cats growing up in passing, man. Real talk. When they wasn't nobody, I used to see them cats when they were still out here in the street with their partners. You know, I see them at games, see them all over the place, man. But that I used to know the big Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Gucci was the big Gucci, god damn it. He wasn't even the clone Gucci that we see now. Shit. But I look forward to this, man, because everybody's curious to know if you know, Gucci plays truth. Is it going to be some bodies laying around that motherfucker? You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. But Rap Star, you still there? Are you bounced? Rap Star. Rap Star might have bounced, man. Rap Star might have bounced. Picky, 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 picky. Rap Star, you still there, bro? Okay, you're not there no more. Appreciate you stopping in and pulling up there, Rap Star. Till next time. Man, we have a damn good fight popping off right now. For real. We got Kevin Lee's brother on deck. And you know, if you don't know, you can look down in the YouTube detail and it gives you the fights right now. So we got Stots versus Lee. That's where we at right now. And man, Stots is basically pressing real nice with Lee. He's had Lee in trouble, but Lee's fighting pretty well, man. But Stots right now in the red gloves and Lee's in the blue. This is the second round. I gave the first round to Stots. But Lee did land that head kick, that high level leg kick. It's a good fight between these two. They're equally matched, man. Give it up to Bellator for matching up these fighters. This is a nice matchup right here. Stots is solid, though. Lee is too. I think in the clinch, man, I think Stots is just a little bit stronger in the clinch, man. The fighters clinch on the cage once again. Man, nice elbow. Nice elbow by Lee. Oh man, he gets the single. Well, he started with a double and then went to the single. He had partial back control right now. Lee is trying to work for a better position. I like what I'm seeing right now from Lee. Let me see if he tried to turn into him. I know he's gonna do what the other fighter didn't do. End of the round though. I thought he was gonna have opportunity to turn into him though. But Stots is strong, man. Stots is a strong practitioner right there. He's strong. I got to give him his props on that. You're getting to see some rising talent on this Bellator card. These are two rising talents in the sport, man. I put on. Man, all I'm saying is things might go left. We was talking last night on if that one verse come on, go dig your partner. I bet he won't say shh. If that shit is played, shit. I don't know, shouty. I don't know, man. Things might go awry. There might be full-blown firefight. The sky may light up. This might be the only versus battle that casualties. We have to call in the first responders for casualties. But then again, Jeezy album drops tomorrow. Okay. And then you have Gucci, who's in a better place in his life. So the dilemma is, will Gucci play the song? And my answer was street credibility wise. Oh man, nice right hand. I get back to this. Nice right hand by Lee. This is the third and final round, y'all. Lee is throwing those shots. He's ducking his head and throwing those shots, which I know he's trying to protect his chin, and it's better for the shot to land. But you can't see the knees that's coming in, and you can't see the uppercuts. Oh man, these guys are going toe to toe. Stots is standing right at range, man, going toe to toe with Lee. Both of these fighters are unleashing a belligerent barrages of punches, man. We're talking about 8 to 10 straight punches. Now Stots is on the front side with head control. Seems like he's attempting to work for a choke. We'll see. Now it just looks like control though. But if he gets in the worst position, he might find out he's on the bottom position. Good job by Lee to change that up. 3:20 remaining in the last round. He still got his head in there though, so he has to be careful. Even though it seems like Stots is just, controlling the head right now. He has head control. So, okay. Now Stots is in the top position. Let's see if he gets swept or not. Stots is trying to go for the sweep on the inside left thigh. He loses it, but he still has Lee head pinned down. I'm surprised the ref is not. Okay, Lee has his head off. Let's see if he's able to work. 2:45 remain. Let's see if he's able to work and put in some damage. Okay, guard pass. Stots saying, you know what, I ain't gonna stay down here long. Stots trying to post up. Lee is trying to grab that far left hand, pull it in. He gives up a little bit. Stots back to his feet. Good job. That's what it is. Both fighters still up against the cage. Man, good separation by Stots. He just pushes him off, man. Oh, he goes for a sweeping inside leg kick. Nice, man. That's a lot of energy that was exhausted in the takedown defense, and also trying to basically reverse that takedown and get a better position for Lee. 1:45 remaining. Good fight. Lee with the jab. Lee with the jab. Oh, he pulled that kick. He should have sent it. Lee is busted up a little bit. Nose is bleeding. Oh, man, he catches Stots coming in with 3 hard punches, and Stots just, look, he eats them like they freaking cold cuts for lunch. He said, I'm good. You don't have the power to do anything right here. Oh, man, Lee is sending him, man. 1-2 with the high kick. I like that, man. Stots come in with a body shot. A minute remaining in the fight. Let's go. Who was take it? Who's going to take this fight? This is a damn good fight to kick off. Another high kick by Lee. Stots take it. He's like, shit. Feed me some more, goddamn it. I'm hungry. Feed me. He attempted the flying knee. Good distance by Lee to back up out of it. Oh, man, he committed to the right hand. Man, Stots is in deep on the hips. Good defense, man, to get up to the cage from Lee. Oh, he rolls into it. Oh, what he wanted to do is turn into him on his right to reverse that, but he wasn't. Good body lock by by Stots to stop that. He's trying to work from that choke. Oh, nice by Lee. He sits into it, turns into his, goes back to the punches. Now he's desperate. 4 seconds. He's going for broke. That's what I'm talking about. Kell Brook should have did. Going for broke. Good fight, fellas. That was a good fight. I think Lee takes an L on this one. I think Lee, the decision falls, you know. This is a good fight, man. I know when they initially mentioned this fight, it was going to be a tough one for Lee. This guy is strong, man. You can look at the frame of him and see who's the bigger fighter, but this guy fought like the stronger fighter for real. Oh, Kevin Lee's brother there too. All right. Kevin Lee currently competes in the UFC. That was a good fight. The fight is over. It was a 3-round fight, and I'm pretty sure the decision is going to go to Stots. Raufeon Stots. Raufeon Stots defeats Kevin Lee, and that was at bantamweight. Bantamweight is contended at the 135 limit, the 135-pound limit. Next is Joey Davis versus Bobby Lee. And this will be the second fight on the 4-fight main card. Joey Davis versus Bobby Lee, welterweights, contending at 170-pound weight limit. Welterweights in the building. Gucci stay right down the road from me. Western Florida on S Post Road. Yeah, he moved up out the A for a reason. What round is this? Yeah, Gucci moved up out the A. You know, especially when he was out. He might have a spot still up in the A, but yeah, man. You know with the artists, they go where they able to, you know, get a start and put out the music, you know, kind of bring in a new audience. I don't know how the audience would have been. I'm not sure how safe he would have felt up here, but hey, we seeing rappers getting gunned down in the street on the highway. You know, we seeing rappers in broad daylight getting gunned down now. How many rappers have we had in the last 2 years Come on, man. I'm just saying rappers we know. Nip, broad daylight. Broad daylight, yo. Come on, man. FGB. Damn. FGB or FGD. If you gonna slide, motherfucker, then slide. Let me see what the decision is over here. If you're gonna slide, you motherfucker slide. I get it, man. I think Stots is gonna take this. I think Lee understands in his heart of hearts he dropped this decision. He dropped it. He can put his hand up. He can have confidence, but when it comes down to it, yep, he lost the decision. I mean, they went to the right person, man. He still showed sportsmanship at the end, but he got outworked today. Stronger fighter in the clinch. It's not for the lack of effort. He was just outworked, outperformed. It wasn't the fact that he just didn't come in there to fight. Oh boy, he was much stronger, had heavier hands, and to me, he was a much more polished striker, in my opinion. Especially when they got in the clinch, he showed his strength, man. It depends what records. So, basically, this versus battle has history to it, bro. I remember when the situation came up that they was talking about a hit that went out and old boy ended up being murdered. This is different, man. Seriously, this is a bit different. When have you heard two artists having a versus battle that has history, potentially on one allegedly trying to send a hit out to take someone's life? You haven't had that before, because real talk, I know Jesus said he didn't have anything to do with it, and I heard somebody else that knows them say he didn't have anything to do with it. But how does the street feel about it? How do they feel? Do they find any truth in it? Because when they meet up, that's what everybody's curious about. This is about to take place at 8:00. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta tune into that motherfucker. I gotta tune in, dog. That's history. I gotta tune in for the versus battle, bro. Let me hit my boy up and see if he going live, man. If you gonna slide, then slide. Yeah, I'm gonna see what he say. See if he's live for the versus battle. So we have Davis and Lee up next. Another Lee. This is gonna be cutting it close. I really want to see this versus battle. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. WCS. It's a cold game. It is, man. It's a cold game, man. Look how many. Look what happened to oh boy. What was his name recently? He was chased down on the highway. What was his name? MO3. MO3 was just freaking gunned down, man. Broad daylight. FGB Duck, him too. Broad daylight, him and his partner shot. Man, what's with all the promos, shout? Let's see if he live. No, he ain't live yet. So what y'all think about, them replacing T.I.? They just keeping T.I. on the outside for this one. So basically, we're on the next. Joy Davis and Bobby Lee is on deck. Joy Davis and Bobby Lee. See where we at right here. They still going through the little promo or whatever, but Joy Davis is 7-0. Undefeated, 12-4 is Bobby Lee. 26 years old to Joy Davis and 24 to Bobby Lee. Height is pretty similar, 5'9 to Bobby Lee and 5'11 to Joy Davis. Reach, 68 for Bobby Lee and 75 for Joy Davis. So, hey, this should be interesting. Bobby Lee has 5 first-round finishes. So if that has any type of precipitation as to what might rain down in the first round, then I'm all for it. Let's go. And look at here. His opponent is 5th in KOs. This has all the making for an actual sleeper. Somebody's getting slept. They look ready too. Oh, he thought about it. Like he's going to do a spinning kick. Davis in the red, Lee in the blue. Davis checked that kick. Davis in the red, Lee in the blue. Oh, he misses a high kick. Davis got some athleticism already. He going high already. Man, I like the forward pressure by Lee. Lee comes in with a swarm of punches, man, pushes Davis up against the cage. Davis changed levels, man, get the takedown. Let's see what he does with it. Lee automatically turns in like he's going for the Kimura. Let's see what he's trying to work with. He looked like he knows what he's doing off his back, so this should be interesting. Side control is Davis. Side control is Davis right now. He really haven't did any work. See, like I was talking about earlier with Kennedy, James Kennedy, Davis has him down, but he's not. He's afraid to kind of release the grip on what he has because he might have feel the strength. He might be feeling the strength, and he don't want to lose the position. I don't know, but he's not landing any punches. He haven't even started to land any punches. So right now he got the takedown, but he's not doing anything except control. He's just controlling Lee that's on the bottom. Now he throws a shot to the ribs. Really, absolutely hardly any punches are being thrown. And his control time, he had to have at least about over a minute easy. Now he lands some hard shots. Hard shots from the top from Davis. Two minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Davis still on top, controlling. He could be doing more work with his hands, though. I have to give Lee his credit, being on the bottom position. He really hasn't, taken a lot of punishment being on his back this long. He's been doing fairly decent. Okay, the first knee comes into play. Man, Davis landed some hard shots to Lee. Oh my God, he might knock this dude out. He's hurting. He's hurting. Oh, he drops him. He drops him. Now he lets both hands go. Lee is hurt. Lee is hurt. Lee is on his back trying to get posture. He's trying to control the posture. He gets it. He slows down Davis. Davis damn near knocked him out. He damn near knocked him out. Both of these guys, I'm assuming, have pretty heavy hands at this weight. But when you're in the bottom position and you're getting shots delivered from a person that has the momentum from the top, of course. Nice control there. Grabbed the post hand, pulled it out, laid him back down on his back. Good job. Good job. A minute remaining in the first. A minute remaining. Look at those shoulder strikes. Those are legal in mixed martial arts. You can thrust the shoulder as a strike. You can. You have to be careful because the shoulder, you know what I'm saying? It can get injured easy. So you got to do it. Whether you get the point across, you know what I'm saying? Get the point across. That doesn't mean you keep doing it. So still 35 seconds remaining, man. Davis has had complete control from the top position. Lee has been trying to create space from the bottom, but he hasn't been able to do it, man. I like what Lee was just doing. He has his left foot on the thigh of Davis to create space to prevent him from punching him from the top. To be on bottom that long, he didn't take that much damage at all. So that tells me he has a clear understanding on how to, control from his back. To take as less punishment as possible off his back. What? Dang, Jesus. T.I. smokes both of them? Well, T.I. said the Buster, he couldn't pull out, he couldn't go to the versus battle with anything he made from 2001 to now. Something like that. He said, you can't bring to the battle any of your freaking catalog from 2001 to now. Second round on deck. Okay, Lee shoots in for the takedown. Bad move. Okay, he did better. Man, Lee is going for the haymaker. Oh, he goes in for the Kimura. Let's see if he's able to get it. Lee is very he has a little bit of diversity in his arsenal for the way he looks. He looked like a stocky dude, but he came out with a different game plan. Came out with some spinning kicks. For a minute, he was stuffing the takedown. Now he's on his back again. Oh, he makes it back to his feet. Let's see if he can stay there. So he has the overhook on the outside left hand. Oh, this is interesting. He made it back to his feet. He got a new sense of urgency now. Lee. I don't know if Davis is tiring a little bit, but 3 minutes remaining. Lee looked like he's surging. Oh man, he runs right in, letting his hands fly. And Davis changes levels, man, and just easy catch and shoot, man, easy. Now Lee has to work off his back again. Frame up and try to get back to his feet from another takedown. Davis is working from a choke, just to slow him down. Oh, he's making him carry all his weight too. Look how he's making him carry all his weight on one leg. Now Lee sits up. He take a couple of breathers. He got 2-on-1 wrist control. Davis has a single hook in on the left side of Lee. Look how he straightened that leg out. Now expect Lee. I was thinking he was going to try to use the 2-on-1 to turn into Davis. You know what I'm saying? A minute 20 remaining. Oh, he sits him out, lays him down again, man. Pull the hips out, lay him down again. All that work. He's right back in square one, working off his back. Good top control by Davis. Now he comes with the punches again. Lee has to be extremely frustrated with the top control of Davis. Davis has been very successful from the top position. Very successful. $20 seconds remaining. Lee have a sense of urgency now. Expect the third round, man. Lee might try to come out and go for broke again and either get the knockdown or he himself get taken down again from overly committing on the shot, because he knows he's down 2 rounds right now. Lee knows he's down 2 rounds, so he's going to come out and try to empty the motherfucking cachet, unholster, and clean the chamber. He's going to try to goddamn let the rounds fly. He's going to throw on the left, right, fully automatic, goddammit. Fully auto. This dude's going to be pulling everything out the motherfucking mag. And if you look at his coach over there, Antonio McKee, you wonder why his wrestling and grounding pound is the way it is. That man is known for that. Antonio probably told him, be careful. He's gonna come. He's gonna come with the heat. He's desperate. Oh, stiff jab. Oh, outside kick by Lee, man. He got some sting in those kicks, man. Okay, Lee showing he ain't scared to get taken down. Shit. Davis thought about a level change, but he went off a feint. Lee feinted him. He was thinking about, see, he thought again. Look, he was heavy on that rear leg. He's collecting data. Nice hands by Davis, though. 3-punch combination. Lee comes in, connects with his own counter. High kick by Davis. Now he goes in for the takedown. Let's see how Lee handles this. Oh, easy. Grabs the ankle, pull it out, man. You know who his coach is. Antonio McKee in the building. You know who his coach is. Come on, man. That takedown was easy. Easy work, like folding the envelope. This is 3:30 remaining in the fight, y'all. Lee is on his back again. Easy work. Easy, easy, easy. Lee is scrambling off the bottom. He's trying his best to control the posture of Davis. You know, he knows he's behind in the fight. 3 minutes remaining. He's going to try his damnedest to get back to his feet. But you're talking about Davis, who obviously has a coach who was known for this type of behavior, who was known to control his opposition and keep them on their back. This is almost like a mirror image. And this is not even his son. You could tell he's the coach, though. Lee has 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. He's in there with the real one when it comes to this ground and pound. I like how he's controlling that outside hand, though, but the punches are coming now. The punches are coming from Davis. Big punches from the top. He don't even know where they're coming. Okay, he grabs the wrist control again. He is desperate. Lee is taking serious punishment. He's busting Lee up in the last 2 minutes of the fight. Solid top position, controlling his opposition, making it look easy. A minute 20 remaining. Lee needs to make a move. He's already down 2 rounds. I don't think he can. To be honest, I don't think he can. Knees. Nice. Davis lands some knees from the top position, which forces Lee to go back to close guard, to return to close guard. Now he opened it back up. He knows he can't sit here. He tries to switch out the hips and try to at least post up, get to a point where he can post up. He goes for it again. He's going for outside wrist control. Davis follows him, resets. Man, tight ground control right here. Tight. Lee can't do anything. This dude is being forced to go back and start from square one. Every time he opens the guard and attempts to improve his position, Davis locks him back down and put a halt to it. I mean, total lockdown control from the top position. It's 10 seconds remaining. This is a wrap. Dominating performance by Davis. Dominating performance, man. Damn, that was work right there. Shit. That was some work, bro. That was some work. That's gym shit right there. From James Kennedy and Davis, man. That was them two guys right there. I don't know if they have the same coach, but damn, their ground control is on point. That shit is on point. Let's see. That's an easy victory right there. We already know who's going to win that. That's easy. Bellator 253. Rap Star, this you? What's up?
Yo, yeah, I got really busy, man. So I just didn't want to I think I came off the channel earlier, right?
Yeah, you just disappeared. Ghost, man. Poof, Casper in the building, goddammit.
I just was watching the Errol Spence training footage with Derek James. I've been watching that.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked good.
Like he looked ready, bro. He's ready.
Yeah, he looked ready, man. I have to give it to him. You know, he done dropped weight. He looked ready. He looked in shape, bro.
Yeah, they asked him, what you thinking about? I mean, they said we don't want to go too far stretch, but how you feeling about Manny Pacquiao and Crawford? He said, just line them up and I'll take them down.
I mean, what more?
He said, line them up and I'll take them out. Simple.
What more do we expect? You know what I'm saying? We're going to get that from Spence.
Yeah, but how do you feel about the whole boxing world in England? They're saying that Terence Crawford is ducking the smoke. He wants 50-50. He said to Errol Spence, I'm not going to fight you unless you give me 50-50 or the fight's not going to happen. Stay in your lane.
Well, you know, Errol Spence making it about money. I did a live on this earlier. Errol Spence making it about money. You know, when he had plenty of time to understand that Bud wants this fight, he has a title. And, you know, I just think it's BS because Errol Spence will use Bob Arum's freaking words against Crawford just because Bob said he's lost so much money on him. You know what I'm saying? He's lost so much money he can buy a house in Beverly Hills. You don't do that with one of your star pupils. You don't make that declaration and discourage anybody else from freaking trying to get the bigger fight because Bob Arum wants to fight. He wants to. I think Errol Spence was a little selfish in saying that.
Yeah, but don't you think that Errol Spence is just saying, look, let's make the fight. We're going to make it 60-40. I've got 2 titles. You got 1 title. It's just a sensible thing. Anybody who goes in with a ring with a man who's got 2 titles, you got to give him a little bit more. And I think that's a fair strategy. Actually, a lot of people in the boxing world are saying that Errol ain't saying nothing wrong. He's being fair.
But see, we're saying if he keeps 1 title, of course, it's not a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know who Terence Crawford is going to fight next because I can't see them waiting. You know, he goes in here and fight Danny Garcia, assumingly he wins. There's nothing out there to say Errol Spence is going to fight Terence Crawford next. There's nothing out there.
Yeah, but he's already
he just said 60-40.
World Combat. He's tweeting Terence Crawford to let him know, get yourself in line and make sure you realize I'm going to give you 40% of the pay-per-view and the numbers. He goes, I'm being fair to you. Just get in line and you can make this fight if you want to get it.
We'll see. We'll have to see if that plays out.
Terence Crawford said, I'm not going to do that. He said, I want 50-50 or nothing. What are you not listening to, bro? He's
3 division champion, undisputed. He feels that he may rate 50-50, bro.
Yeah, but then if you want to be great and you got opportunity to make 40% of some money that you've never made before and take over the division, why are you stalling that situation, bro?
Terrence Crawford is already great. Let's be honest, man. He's a Hall of Famer, man. Come on, stop it.
Hey, okay,
He's
I'm gonna invite you to a show later.
His
I'm gonna
resume
invite you to a
supersedes
show
Errol
later.
Spence's, bro. His his resume supersedes Errol Spence any day of the week.
Okay, I think there's a big conversation on that, and I'm not gonna do it on your channel, but you're wrong. The reason why I say that is because Terrence Crawford, what he's done at 135 and 140, is what he's done in the past with Victor Postol and Gamboa. What we're talking about is at 147, Errol Spence has been the leader of that pack. What we're talking
You're
about,
switching up you're switching up the narrative though. We're not talking about what he just did at welterweight. We're talking about everything that he has accomplished and encapsulated in his career. So you're trying to tell me when a fighter changes divisions and goes up a division, they're starting off from scratch as if it's amateur to professional? No, they bringing up all the accolades that they have accomplished in their career, and they say, "Listen, I'm a 4-division champion. I'm a 5-division champion." Why do you think they talk about Manny Pacquiao so much? Because every time he steps in there, that's an 8-division champion. So guess what? You can't sit up here and use that for Pacquiao and don't use it for Terrence Crawford.
yeah, but you got to remember something, bro. The opponents that you're talking about, what Crawford had at the time, are nothing outstanding. So let's not go back and forth and start grinding into the resume because Errol
we
Spence,
absolutely go back and forth because who's on Errol Spence?
Way more stable at the 147 category. Errol Spence has took way more
career. We talking about career.
Yeah. But what have you done for me lately in the last 28 months, bro?
Sean Porter. Who on his resume? Sean Porter. Who we talking about? Kell Brook?
He got Kell Brook. He got Lamont Peterson. These are guys that would beat all the opponents of Terrence Crawford's, bro.
He didn't say Lamont Peterson. You trying to say a single division at this point in time for Errol Spence Jr., who's a 2-time world champion.
Then you probably have
as a
Danny
3-division
Garcia.
champion, former undisputed.
Yeah, you're gonna have Danny Garcia on his resume now. I'm just saying, World Combat. If you've been fighting,
who's ahead of who on the top pound for pound and why? Why is he ahead of Errol Spence and why? Why is he ahead?
Because of what he's done 3 years ago.
So you can't act like you're going to exclude that. You can't sit here and act like you're going to just exclude that like it didn't matter. It's what he's done in his career. You have to take that into accountability when you're talking about these two. You just can't waver in the 47-pound division. You can't.
Hey, let me just tell you this. When you go back 28 months, you got to look at what you've done for me lately, right? You can't go with what you've done in 2017, 16, bro. Stop that shit, bro. Come on.
Peterson. Nobody's talking about Lamont Peterson. Nobody's talking about Chris Algieri. Come on, man. Nobody's talking about
those are the opponents those are the opponents. Those are the best opponents that Terrence Crawford kind of level of opponents he's been fighting, bro.
Man, listen.
Come on.
We're talking about comparison. We're not taking Errol Spence's opposition and saying, well, let's bring them over here to Crawford. We're looking at him being a 3-division undisputed. So if it's so easy, why haven't Errol Spence did it?
Okay, I'm going to invite you to a show in a couple of days. I'm going to invite you to a show.
He pick up a title at 54? He fought his first 3 fights at 54, and he dropped down to welterweight. Why hasn't he did more in his career besides Sean Porter and Kell Brook?
Okay, let me tell you something right now. I just want you to make this statement, and then we'll cook it later on in another show.
Absolutely.
Are you saying that Terrence Crawford deserves 50-50 or no fight? Just answer that question on your show, bro.
No, I didn't. If he keeps that one belt, no.
So Errol Spence deserves 60-40, right?
It wouldn't be a bad deal if you want to get paid the most amount of money. You have the opportunity to fight for the unified titles. He has one belt at 47, and 60-40, in my opinion, is not an unfair deal to make.
So the conversation's done then. We can't even go anywhere because that's the truth. Everybody feels that 60-40 is a fair fight. Errol Spence has got big pay-per-view numbers. He's got 2 pay-per-view showdowns. He can make a lot of money.
Is it 50-50 if Terrence Crawford picks up the WBA?
Yes, it's 50-50 for sure. For sure.
So him having another belt automatically moves him up to 50-50 at the welterweight division, but it doesn't. Career does nothing to wager any negotiation in a 3-division champion former undisputed.
It's unfortunate because of the pay-per-view model that Al Heyman has and the numbers that Errol Spence has,
300,000 average. 300,000 average.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is those pay-per-view models Errol Spence has done 2 pay-per-views. His numbers are bigger. You know, just in the foundation, I think if Terence Crawford wants to be great and he believes he can beat Errol Spence, let's just go over there and become the top dog and take 40-60.
Okay.
I
I mean,
mean,
we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, but you know, they won't be saying the same shit about Pacquiao. You know,
oh, Pacquiao's the A side, dog. Pacquiao's
but
the
you
A
know,
side.
why is he the A side? Because he has more divisions than Errol Spence, and he's fought more people.
No, it's because of just where Pacquiao deserves to be in his, you know, in the legacy of what he's put out there. The man is a 8-time, 8 different weight world champion. The man has come back and beat Keith Thurman. The man continuously surprises the world. He's still out there. You got to respect for what he's putting in the game. And therefore, Manny Pacquiao, we salute you. You deserve the A side because of what you gave us in boxing all our life.
But why are people saying, "Oh, why are you fighting a damn light flyweight?" Like they were saying with Gervonta Davis. Oh, he pulled a bantamweight. He pulled a freaking featherweight when he went in against Santa Cruz. But they ain't saying that shit about Pacquiao. Who started off at light flyweight.
Yeah. I mean, look, Pacquiao's done some unbelievable things for the game of boxing. The man came from street. The man was fucking sweeping toilets, bro. They didn't, you know, when he was a kid, the guy what he was on the street and what he's become. I mean, the story is unbelievable. It's correct. I mean, can you imagine? Hey, World Combat. Can you imagine Manny Pacquiao's movie in years to come? Can you imagine his movie, bro? Holy shit.
Look, he been able to do something that he sits in the class by himself. Period. But it's a lot of cats. It's a lot of cats that came from the mud. It's a lot of cats. I've been to the Philippines. I've been to Subic. I've been to Manila. I've been over there, man. I know how impoverished, you know, they are. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got the channel popping. There's people sending message. Can you read the last message? What it says? What does Keen Mitch say on the last message, bro?
Davis handed Lee easily. Neither fighter's ducking. We all agree Spence is the bigger draw at this point. Okay. Spence has leverage. Pressure is on. Crawford to accept or at least negotiate an offer. Pac-Man is an A side because he's the money draw. Yeah, Pac-Man. Yeah, they want to you know, they want to use his divisions, but you know they don't want to factor in not one division of Terence Crawford. But Spence has leverage. Yes, he has leverage in the 47 in the welterweight division. Absolutely, he does. But don't act like his resume is far out. You know, out of the damn stratosphere when it comes to Terence Crawford. He hasn't really did fought these people. He got the title from Kell Brook, who many say was damaged by Triple G. And then he fought Sean Porter, which in my opinion was the best fight of his career. Now he's stepping there with Danny Garcia. He beats him. Then he has a little bit more, you know, stock to his name because he has Danny Garcia on his resume.
Yeah. How do you see that fight going, World Combat, for the viewers? Because a lot of people, as the fight's getting closer, they're saying that they just see a unanimous decision. And yesterday, one guy said that don't be surprised if Danny Garcia stops Errol because we just don't know what Errol's coming back. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories as the fight's going closer. Are you sticking with your guns?
To my don't be surprised Danny Garcia stops Errol. Here we go with the conspiracy shit for these people. You know what I'm saying? They want to take the car accident. Okay, I got it. But to be honest, I don't think Danny Garcia is going to stop Errol Spence. Is it a potential to happen after an accident? Maybe so. But I'm not agreeing to that. I'm not checking the box on that shit.
So I want you to check the last day. A lot of people think that bets are going to fly into Danny Garcia because you can make a lot of money on it. So people get greedy. They use their heart. You think that some people, you know, we're going to see where the money goes at the end of the fight. Because you know how the end goes. They give you good leverage on Danny Garcia to cover up on Errol Spence.
Yeah.
And some people are actually thinking it's worth putting money on it, because they're thinking that we just don't know if Errol Spence has been shocked by this accident. I think that's what's selling the fight more in the conspiracy theory of what Errol's coming back. It's kind of exciting for some people that way.
I agree. It is. But I definitely, Rapstar, I definitely got to get back to the next fight on the card. I appreciate your info, my brother.
Yeah, bro.
I got to get
I'm
back
gonna let
to
you go.
the Bellator 253. It's a good fight on deck. Benson Henderson versus Jason Jackson.
I'm gonna be watching it, and come on my show tomorrow. I got a different show going on tomorrow. Well, combat.
What time?
I'm gonna
What
I'm
time?
gonna I'm gonna let you know. I think it's gonna be in the morning for you.
You got my email, man. I haven't received the email from, not even a test email.
I'm sure I've sent you a couple of emails. I just got my logo done from Mark Nash. He just got my
Okay,
logo
cool.
done.
Why you don't have it up yet?
We're gonna upload it tonight, and I'll upload it later on tonight.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
You need to send me your number too, bro.
I mean,
on the private chat.
I'll shoot you on email, man, because the link is out there in the live chat. So.
Oh, you got too many people out on the ranches, huh? They might start disturbing you, bro. They might start calling you in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I ain't putting my number out in no motherfucking damn private chat.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna go right now, but YouTube's creepy as fuck. There's gonna be fat. If you put your number out, don't be surprised what the fuck happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get those trolls that you hate calling you in the middle of the night.
For real, man.
Hey, you keep cooking. I'm gonna watch the fight and I'm gonna listen on the back end how you break it down, and then I gotta go do some shit after that. All right.
All right, cool, man.
All right.
Man, Benson Henderson, this is gonna be a fight. Jackson comes out, long range fighter. Benson, a veteran in the game, man. He's coming off a first round knockout from Chandler, though. So Jackson is looking to close distance early and try to do the same, man. Okay, Benson comes in with an overhand left, blocked well by Jackson. Jackson lines him up with a right hand down the middle. Man, this pressure is crazy from Jackson. Benson with a kick to the body. Jackson returns it. Jackson is looking amped up. He's looking solid right now. Henson is a vet, though. Look at the wings on his back. Oh, man, nice counter right hand over the ear, man. I'm surprised Benson didn't drop from that. Seriously. Nice. Jackson with a right to the body. 4 minutes remaining. Great pressure. Great pressure. Oh, head kick by Jackson. Of course, Benson Henderson rubs his hair. You know, it's only a matter of time before his hair comes out the rubber band. Oh, Jackson catches the kick. I'm surprised he held it that long and Benson didn't make him pay for it. Benson goes in for the takedown. So far, so good. Good defense by Jackson. Oh, he reverses it. Good job. He lands up on top. Let's see what worked. Let's see how they work. Benson's still strong on the single. He's still strong on the single. He's going to try to pull him in, turn the corner. He's turned the corner. He's going to try to turn the corner and sit him on his back. Elbows from the top from Jackson. Benson is still driving. Turns him inward. Jackson is defending pretty good. He grabs the outside ankle of Henderson. Oh, great. Stands up. Great job by Jackson. Good job. Both fighters land body kicks. Well, you know, Grogan, shoot, Terrence say he don't need Errol for his legacy. He said Errol need him. That's what Terrence Crawford said. Nice solid kick to the body by Jackson. 2:30 remaining in the first round. Let's get it. Benson's hair is down. Moses is upon us. Expect him. It looked like he has a trim now. I'm not sure, but usually it was all in his face. You know, when his hair comes out, I don't even know what do they put, a string of yarn in his hair? Because that shit only stays in there for the first damn 25 seconds. Oh, man. Strict exchange, man, from both fighters. That was inside. Phone booth. Minute 45. Jackson rushes in. Left-right combination. Now Benson goes in for the single again. Stuffed well. Nice sprawl. Nice sprawl by Jackson. Pushes Henderson up against the cage. Let's see what's popping. What's popping? What we looking at? Let's see what work. Henderson separates. Now he starts to freaking rub and get the hair out of his face like always. You know, that is the Henderson trademark right. Oh, a high kick lands heavy for Jackson. Man, that was shin. That was a shin cocktail. Oh, he lands a left hook. Henderson up against the cage. Jackson feels the pressure is working. Good sportsmanship. Henderson ain't no joke, though. Henderson is not. Oh, man. Both fighters land the same kick, and they land down and knock down at the same time. You rarely see that. Both landed the outside kick, y'all. And they hit the canvas at the same time. Amazing. I bet that's going to be on the highlight reel. Henderson land into those outside leg kicks. Good work. 20 seconds remaining. Good work. Good work. Good work. Man, Jackson. Oh, Jackson knocked down Henderson. He went for a high kick and then came back to end the round strong. So he might have squeaked out and stole that round. You know what I'm saying? He might have stole that round. Solid round by Jackson. From what I see, Jackson isn't taking a stool in between rounds. He's on his feet. Some fighters refuse to sit on a stool doing in between rounds. So to each his own. But Benson looked like he took a little punishment at the end of that round. But Black Jesus is upon us. You know what I'm saying? Once the hair come down, it's all business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn, what are you putting? Some dental floss in his hair? Why can't y'all keep this man hair freaking in a ponytail? Goddamn it! He reaches up and changes his hair and wipes his hair from his eye more than he lands some strikes with his hand. Goddamn it! If he reaches up 15 times, that's 15 strikes he could have landed. We're heading into the second round, man. We got Benson, Henderson, Jason Jackson on deck. No touching of the gloves. Jackson goes back to the body with a straight jab down the middle. Up top, jab lands. Benson come over with the right. Body feints, head feints rather. Jackson sends the right hand. Henderson is always Ben is always dangerous, man. He's always dangerous. Nice uppercut, counter uppercut by Jackson. Catching Henderson on the way in. Oh, two solid kicks to the rib cage by Henderson, by Ben. Oh, we lined him up with that right hand. Popped the head back of. Henderson is always dangerous, man. He's always dangerous. Don't get it twisted. He always dangerous. Right hand down the middle, lines him up nice. Man, Henderson went in for the takedown. Changed levels real nice, but was reversed. Good takedown defense by Jackson. Why did he move into the guard? I don't know, but he has a long torso, so he might feel better right there to be able to get off on some punches. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what work he's able to do from top position. He was able to reverse a takedown. Good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what's going on there, Jackson. What's good? You better watch out. Okay. Henderson turning out. Let's see what he's trying to work for right now. It don't look like a submission. Henderson has the underhook on the right side of Jackson. He's trying to posture up. Jackson moves to his back. Henderson's not worried. He's a black belt in BJJ. I'll be surprised if Jackson is able to sub out Henderson, to be honest. I don't think it's going to happen. He rolls out of it. Looked like he was throwing his legs up, but he don't have an arm, to attempt the arm bar from the bottom position. Let's see what else he's trying to go for. Okay. Looked like he was trying to throw his legs up for a sub attempt. Nice control time by Jackson from top position. 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the second round. This is a damn good fight. We got Henderson and Jackson. Henderson is 28-9, former UFC champion, and Jason Jackson is 12-4. Man, I like what I'm seeing from Jackson. He's been working on this ground game. This is a black. Oh, Henderson. Man, you see how he extended out Henderson leg? Man, that's the game of jiu-jitsu right there. You don't need your hands. Your leg is working like your hands, man, when it comes to jiu-jitsu. Henderson is up. Good job. Jackson sends a outside trip by Jackson. Good job, man. Good job. Man, Jackson is showing that he's been working the mat time. He's been putting in that work, man. He's controlling the shit out of Henderson. Good hips. Oh, nice switch out. Reverse. Let's see if he's able to turn the corner and get the tape. He was, man. Good job. I'm telling you, Henderson, man, he ain't a rookie with this too, man. Good job. Good job sitting out. Get the reverse. Let's see what Henderson is able to do. He's kicking the back of the calf of Jackson. He's kicking the back of the calf with his toes, y'all. Now he lands some knees to the back of the thigh, which is more of a natural. Oh, man, Jackson rolls out of it and gets back control. Oh, snap. Man, these dudes are putting on a show, man. They showing out tonight. Dang, they're showing out. He sends a knee up top, which lands on Ben Henderson, pops his head back. That came out of nowhere. 10 seconds remaining in the second round. Oh, outside trip again by Jackson takes Henderson to the mat. Good work, fellas. Good work. Good work. Shit. That's good work. That's goddamn when you have somebody else visit your gym type of work right there. Like you have somebody else that compete too, and y'all damn rolling on the mat. Getting some sparring in. That's the type of shit. This is high energy, high impact, mixed martial arts, striking combined with freaking grappling. The ground game is amazing from both of these guys. Look at the breathing technique of Benson Henderson. Trying to lower his heart rate, get his breathing back under control. This is a high-paced fight, man. This is the last round. This is the last round, people. This is indeed the last round. Next is the main event. Darion Caldwell versus Aj Mckee. So Benson Henderson is on the mat to start the third round. Pops back the head of Benson with a straight left. They have Jackson up. Oh man, nice left hand followed up with a right high kick. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. This is exactly what we wanted for the co-main. Exactly what we wanted. Oh, nice counter knee as Benson came in. Jackson is on fire tonight. Oh, step in elbow, man. Step in elbow on the entry of Henderson. Henderson come in with a right hook to the body. Oh, he tries it again, man. Jackson caught him with a right hand on the entry, but he goes and changed levels to a double leg. He gets the takedown, pushes Jackson up against the cage. Let's see what he's able to do with it. 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Let's see what's going on. We're talking about a black belt in BJJ. Oh, he grabs the neck and control. Now he's making Jackson carry his weight. Jackson tried to reach down and grab the ankle, because if he's able to grab the ankle, he might be able to go for a leg lock, whatever the case. Oh, he turns out. Now he takes the back of Benson Henderson, man. Henderson has the Kimura. He's trying for the sub. Oh, he has it out. Oh, shit, Jackson defends it. Man, this is some high-level BJJ going on here, man. This is some high-level transitions. This is absolutely high-level transitions going on right here. Henson's on his back once again, landing some shots. Shrimps out. He's attempting to, once again, work to stand up. He does it amazingly, as Benson Henderson does. He's on his knees. He tried for the single. Now he's going to try the reverse. This is high-level transitions right here from both of these guys. If every mixed martial art fight could be like this, where you combine striking with, grappling, so you can actually get a visual of the technicality when it comes to mixed martial arts. This is a display of that right here. Not so much with the James Kennedy fight, because it was one-sided, but these two guys right here are putting on the show. Jason Jackson, Benson Henderson, they're putting on the show right now. 2:15 remaining in the fight. Benson switches out. He needs to get up. He's behind on the scorecards. Let's go. Oh, man, he tries a flying knee, and Jackson lines him up and catches him. He sees everything that Henderson is doing. Everything. And Henderson is just, oh, man, he tries a kick, a reckless kick. He wasn't even nowhere close within range to land that kick. Now Henderson is desperate. Elbows from the top from Jackson. Yeah, the referee's beard, he's been growing that. From my understanding, I forgot, man, how long he said. He's been growing it for quite some time, man. 1:15 remaining in the fight. It's slow just a little bit. It's expected from a high-level MMA fight such as this, man. Jackson has improved a lot since I seen him out there in Cali. He's improved a lot. I ain't gonna lie. "45 seconds remaining. Henderson, you know you behind 2 rounds. You need to start working off your back, man. You need to get up, work back to your feet. You can do it, man. You got 35 seconds remaining. You need a miracle. But give it up to Jackson to make it as difficult as possible. Look at that seatbelt he had on Henderson. Look at the seatbelt. Henderson tried to roll up out of it, but Jackson's like, nah. Look how he's controlling Henderson's right leg, preventing him from roll up. You see how it prevented him from rolling out? Now Henderson's, for a minute, he had the leg. Jackson gave him a smile like, yeah, you thought you had me. High kick by Henderson. Good fight. That was a damn good fight right there, man. Henderson is always competitive to a point. You know what I'm saying? He's always competitive, man. He's a legit fighter, bro. Like, Henderson's a legit fighter. But I don't know, man. He just has his moments where he falls behind in a fight, dog. You know? He falls behind. Let me see, can I catch up with this?
Shout out to Crystal Jackson, PSA with Flavor Podcast, all streaming platforms and YouTube.
Yo, man, everybody's on this versus battle. This shit is sick. Everybody's waiting. It's so many platforms streaming, waiting for this. I don't think they made it in yet, man. They're late. Man, we got so many people that's live right now. But I still gotta damn get to this fight though. Yeah, man, that's crazy. They about to render the decision for the co-main event. We all know Jason Jackson took it easy out of Jamaica. He picks up another victory. He's happy. Superb performance, man. Absolutely. This man has improved his game tremendously, Jason Jackson. Tremendously, I tell you. Damn, his takedown, his damn scrambles, his BJJ. Now we got the heavy hitters. You thought that fight was something. You thought that fight was something when it comes to the scramble and the ground game, the wrestling. Come on, people. Hit the like button when you're in the building. You know you're on deck. You know you're in the proximity of World Combat Sports, talking about this damn multifaceted art that we call pugilism. Come on, man. MMA, boxing, grappling, Muay Thai whenever it pops up. This fight right here is going to give you another page, another chapter in the instruction manual of freaking mixed martial arts and overall pugilism. These two right here are very equally skilled, point blank. Let me switch it over. Let me bring them up right quick. It's time. We're talking about Darion Caldwell, 15-3 against Aj Mckee, 16-0 undefeated. Caldwell should be the bigger fighter that's in there. This is for the Featherweight Grand Prix semifinal. Yes, I said Grand Prix semifinal. Bellator have Grand Prix. UFC don't. That's one of the things I like about Bellator. They have Grand Prix. Shout out to my boy Douglas Lima, the Phenom. He won one of the Grand Prix. You know what I'm saying? He won the welterweight Grand Prix. He fought Rory McDonald in the finals. This man is a four-time welterweight champion, 3-time Bellator world champion. You know what it is. You know what it is. So this is the Featherweight Grand Prix. And from my understanding, it's a lucrative monetary prize at the end for the finalists in the last man standing. This is absolutely that. Appreciate everyone for stopping through, man. Hit the like button. Show your support. You choose to donate to the channel. It's down there. You know the $sign. You know where it's at, man. If you choose to then give me some freaking pork and beans and hot dog money, you know what I'm saying? So I can heat it up for Christmas. And so I won't have to, let's say Thanksgiving. So I can have some pork and beans and wieners, during Christmas. You know what I'm saying? To keep it very cheap and inexpensive. You know what I'm saying? That goes for my company too, man. If she don't like it, then she can go out there and find a turkey to cook. You know what I'm saying? She can cook up turkey if she want to bring it by. But you can drop some for some saltine crackers or some freaking some honey wheat loaf of bread. Some potty meat. Those of you that grew up off potty meat, that nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? Some bologna, all that good stuff. Some government cheese. It ain't nothing like a bologna sandwich with some government cheese. You know what I'm saying? Take the iron out. So you can put that government cheese in between the bread and that bologna, and goddamn put the iron on top, melt the cheese, and then you out the dough. That's good. That should hold you down for a good 2.5, 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? We waiting on the next fight, y'all. We are waiting on the next fight. The main event is on deck. Yeah, we waiting for the next fight. I guess, G's in them late right now. Everybody's just playing their own. It's amazing how many people are out.
Said smash the like button as you come into the room. The link is in the chat. So if you want to come on the panel, all you got to do is click.
Damn, my fault. Damn, he in the building. I'm definitely going to be transferring over. What's going on, people? I'm doing multiple live streams at the same time. I'm about to get that Gucci and Jeezy freaking stream and finishing up this MMA stream. Appreciate everyone for stopping in, man, showing support for your boy. Keep that energy up. You know what it is? Out this ATL, of course, I'm going for Jeezy in this freaking versus battle. Real talk. I don't know how many times Jeezy done got me, through the damn road trip when I was heading back and forth to an ATL. Shit, it's just something about damn bumping I put on once you get in the city limits. I put on shit, rocking that Jeezy, boy. It's about to be turned all the way up for real. Hold on for a second. And they still haven't brought them out yet. What y'all doing, shawty? What y'all doing? If you in the building, hit that like button for me. It don't take that much energy. Come on, y'all. Hit the like button. You already know it's official. You get the real deal over here, man. I don't report on mixed martial arts like boxing. I don't say he's throwing a left and right punch and they're on the ground wrestling. Oh, they're mumbling around. Oh, they poked each other in the eye. Oh, my God, they're trying to get up. Both of them are standing. What next? One slices each other open with a toenail. The other one bends the finger back of his opposition. No, man, it's real talk, man. I educate myself by going to tournaments, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing these grapplers get out there, make it happen. You know, checking out these MMA fights when I can. This is gonna be a motherfucking fight right here. Believe that, people. This main event is gonna be sick. But give me a moment.
All right, World Combat, go on, do your thing at Bellator. Let me try to get this stream back, get this music back going. All right, let me stop the video real quick. All right, y'all bear with me. Let me get the let me start this stream.
Come on now, people. What are we looking at? Okay. They bringing out AJ. They bringing out AJ. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, this about to be that lava milk y'all heard of. This about to be lava milk, y'all. This fight right here about to set the tone for the versus battle. It's about to be lava milk up this camp. We got Aj Mckee, third most wins, 16. He's undefeated. This is gonna be sick. I don't see this being like one of those short type of fights. These guys are both athletic, man. This is what I like about the Grand Prix, man, and the tournaments, period. Sometimes you get the best fighting the best. Real talk. You getting the best fighting the best. Hey, Mitch, I think they're in the parking lot trying to see who's going to get out the car first there, Mitch. Real talk. That's how they do it down here in the A. You know what I'm saying? I think they're in the parking lot trying to see who's going to get out the car first. They might have snipers on the roof, man. Can y'all hear me in the live chat? My audio good? Can y'all hear me? Somebody put a thumbs up or something, man. Y'all there? Put a thumbs up or something. Can y'all hear me in the live chat? I just want to make sure we good. Can y'all hear me in the live chat? Somebody, anybody. So both fighters are in the ring. I'm still waiting on somebody. Just give me a thumbs up. Can y'all hear me in the live chat? We good? We good? Notable wins: Pat Curran, Derek Campos. You know, that don't matter tonight. This is mano a mano, people. This is mano a mano. This is mano a mano. The semifinals. Somebody, I can't say somebody's has to go because Caldwell has 3 losses already. He's been in some tough fights. But the one that's undefeated is Aj Mckee. You best believe. If you haven't checked him out tonight, you will see. Let's go. The first round is on deck. Yeah, man. Is my audio good, man? You know, can y'all hear me? Is my audio straight? Is my audio straight? First round. Come on, ref. Call the motherfucking fight. Let's go. It's underway. Caldwell. Mckee opens up with a side high kick. Caldwell taking his time. He's the bigger fighter. Caldwell, obviously the bigger fighter. Oh, Caldwell goes to his wrestling. Automatically, let's see. There's levels to wrestling now. You see, he got in deep on that single. Okay, Mckee on his back. He the first one on his back. Hey, that wasn't a surprise right there. That wasn't a surprise because that's what Caldwell does. Mckee is on his back with a body lock. Strikes from the bottom. This is serious business. This is the first round of 5, and Caldwell is already level change for a takedown. But Mckee is landing elbows from the bottom. Oh, man. Elbow from the top from Caldwell. Stiff. With everything you ask for. All the condiments. Hot sauce. All that shit. Oh, look at what Mckee is doing he's going for a choke. He got it. He got a choke from the bottom. It's tight. You can see the mouthpiece of Caldwell. You can see the mouthpiece. Oh, my God. He subs him out, y'all. He subs him out in the first round from the bottom. Oh, my God. He subs him out. He subs him out from the bottom position. You rarely see this. Damn, I got to put this shit. Wow, he had that shit tight. I saw his mouthpiece. I can't believe this shit, dog. The levels to mixed martial arts, the ground game, the muddy flats, y'all. He subbed this man out in the first round. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He subs his man out in under a minute with a submission you rarely see from the bottom. Wow. Unbelievable. That's good. Wow. Appreciate everyone for stopping through. I got to check out this versus battle. You know what it is. I got to keep it moving. It's been a pleasure for everybody stopping through. Yeah, King Mitch tapped, but he subbed him out. Yeah, he tapped Mitch. Real talk. I definitely would stay over here a little bit longer, but I got to definitely check out the versus battle. Everyone who pulled up for World Combat Sports, man, sub to the channel and stop playing, man. Pass the word. You know what it is. Until next time, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports.